Bonjour et bienvenue to the Calyx special edition where I've snuck into the keeper's seat. Becca has let me in here. I'm going to break everything, but it's okay. It's gonna be wonderful. I am very excited to be running a session tonight. It's a two-part session. We'll be starting with part 1 tonight and doing part 2 next Wednesday. We'll see who survives, by then. And we'll be set in Paris. But I'll tell you more about that in a little bit. First, let me introduce our first player. You may have heard of her. I don't know if you stumbled here and you haven't, then I don't know how. But Becca Scott.
Hello. Joe, how'd you get there? This isn't fair. That's my seat.
I read some books and I have unleashed some powers into the world that decided they'd shuffle some things around.
Yeah, I see. You spent all your magic points and now you're the keeper on the Calyx. That's legit. I get it. Also, thank you so much for being our guest keeper this week. I'm so excited to be a player because keeping is hard, or GMing, or all the things. And so thank you for doing the hard work where I just get to play it this week and next week.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Of course.
And appreciate all you folks at home watching, or, if you're watching on the go. Also, I have to shout out our sponsor. It's Chaosium. They make Call of Cthulhu. What a perfect sponsor for a show where all we want to do is play Call of Cthulhu. And the way that you can show them that you like the show and you want the show to continue is if you purchase items from their wonderful website, chaosium.com, and use, I'm going to do that thing where I point in the wrong direction. Yep. Okay, it's there. Calyx 2021 is the discount code that's going to get you 10% off at chaosium.com so we can do the show. Oh, my finger, it blurred and unblurred. Anyway, use this promo code. We will keep telling you, so you should keep going there. It's a one-time use only, and make sure you tell your friends that haven't watched the show yet, watch the show, to use that promo code. Okay, I love you, and now I will be Clovis Herbert.
Clovis. Wonderful. Our next player is the absolutely beautiful, ravishing, multi-talented Jasmine Bhullar.
Hi. Hello. I'm Jasmine. How's it going? Happy to be here.
I am.
Thank you, and God bless.
Oh my God.
Amen.
Jasmine and I have an ongoing game, and so I'm scared that retribution may come in reverse based off what I do this week and next. But
wouldn't it be the opposite? Wouldn't the retribution come from you?
Oh, I like thinking about it that way. Yes, sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Now here's where the retribution comes in. If you mess with me in this game, I'm just going to say I have a lot more hit points. I have 10 hit points. I think your Bard has less. So.
It's correct.
Well, we should take this moment to shout out Shikar every Tuesday. Yes. Send them. Send the people.
6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, twitch.tv/thatbronzegirl with rebroadcast 9 a.m. on Sundays. That's our EU-friendly thing. And yeah, we've got a great cast. Xander's on it. Josephine's on it. Lord Balvin's on it. Gabe James Games is on it. And I'm there too, which,
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah. It's a pretty good deal.
All right. And our final player, who I'm so excited to have here and to have gotten to meet tonight and play at this table with, Anjali.
Hello, I'm Anjali Bhimani. We're going to pronounce it the French way today because we are doing something in Paris. So it's Anjali, like the stinky perfume from the 80s. Hi, I'm Anjali Bhimani, and I'm super excited to be here playing with Becca. Playing this game with Becca for the first time as a player.
Oh yeah,
and having played, I've played a couple of fun things with you before, and with Jasmine as well. So hey, here we are.
The reason you two were on the show together before is because you demanded that I put you on the same episode.
This is true. This is because we stick together. So it's just like.
Desi deliciousness on full blast, setting to max.
Yes, Desi pride, yo. Desi pride.
Well,
That's
yeah,
hilarious.
this is where we have to shout out that this is a majority Indian stream because JB Jara is our TD behind the scenes making things happen.
Things are mad ethnic in here right now.
Yeah,
You
it's
guys,
special.
which is kind of, it makes sense because we have Auntie in the White House. Why shouldn't we have Auntie in the games? You know?
Yeah.
Auntie.
Auntie everywhere.
I
Go
feel like
get
it's great knowing that you guys demanded each other for
Yes,
the
we
first
did.
time.
No, we did.
We literally
Jill-
said, I'm not doing it unless Jasmine's doing it.
Well, because I like demanded both of you for this time.
Oh, lovely. Oh, thank you.
Joe, I didn't realize
love
you
each
and
other.
Anjali haven't played together before.
No, yeah, I just really wanted to, and I knew that Jasmine and Anjali got along really well, so I want players to have fun, at the table. So
Yep.
I feel like it's important.
Well, you're in trouble now because you might be having too much fun.
Oh goodness, good,
yeah.
good. I'm looking forward to it. Are you all ready?
Well, before we are ready, I should. I'm going to put out a disclaimer that today has been a day when I have screwed up. I've not only screwed up my own technology, but somehow I have been responsible for screwing up the technology of everyone around me. So if anything goes wrong with this stream, it's my fault. I'm just going to say it. It's my fault. Anything happens technologically wrong, it's me.
You
Blame
turned
me.
Jasmine purple and gray.
Yeah, it's there.
I
have
thought
effect on
I
women.
was gonna blame it on Uncle Cthulhu, but maybe it is.
Did it happen?
I think it's okay. You should just blame me.
Okay.
I feel like it's fair. I feel like it's fair. Blame me. I'm okay. Scapegoat. Indian scapegoat. I don't know why we're going back to the Indian thing. We're in Paris, but
I'm sure we could blame eldritch beings just as easily tonight.
Well, eldritch beings, tiny humans. Either way,
It's
was
very similar.
very similar.
Yeah.
Very similar. So
Could be
here we
possessed
are.
at any moment. All right, Joe.
All
Take
right.
us to Paris.
Yes, we open in Paris. It is Sunday, the 10th of April, 1892, in Paris, France. It is during the Belle Époque, a period of peace across Europe in which scientific discoveries and technological advancements are being made amidst emerging artistic fashions. In Paris, the arts are flourishing. The Salon de la Rose Croix, a new art and music salon that has been hosted by Joséphine Péladan, runs from the 10th of March to the 10th of April. The center of the exhibition has been at the Durand-Ruel Gallery in the 9th arrondissement in Paris. Several galleries and opera houses can be found in this district. It's the beating heart of the artistic community in the city. The Salon de la Rose Croix, which was emerged from the mystic order of the Rose Croix, which was also Péladan's creation. The mystic order is a religious, almost cult-like movement created in Paris after Péladan left a Martinist order. The majority of the salon's artists tonight comprise of symbolist, painters, writers, and composers that are coming to prominence at this time. Péladan is a well-known art critic who celebrates the works of artists who focus specifically on themes of myths, dreams, and allegory. The core of Péladan's doctrine is that art should be of an esoteric flavor. She hopes this new wave of art might eventually overcome what she sees as European materialism, exemplified by the influential artists of the Académie des Beaux-Arts that continue to support Impressionism. The Salon de la Rose Croix is a vehicle by which she hopes to make this dream a reality. And I do want to point out that this salon and the mystic order existed. All of this, what I just said is real. What comes afterwards, I mean, you'll see. But it was a cult-like religious order. And I hope you have fun exploring it and get a little weirded out by history. I mean, I looked it up. You can look it up. Look it up. We begin, all of you are at the Absinthe house that is nearby Joséphine's residence, which is where the closing party for the salon is going to be taking place. You're all a little early. That's why you've come to the Absinthe House to, maybe have a little drink and just hang out until it's time. So it's currently 7 p.m. The party starts at 8 p.m. and it's just around the corner. Could I have Becca, why don't you describe your character's name and what you look like and what do you think you would be doing in the Absinthe House?
It's my pleasure. I am Clovis Herbert. Is the perfect way to pronounce the name in French. I am a painter. I am covered in paint, even in my best evening wear. There is a few splotches. It's because it is my passion. And I also I specialize in painting the esoteric and dreams, but also naked women is a thing I particularly love to paint. It is my gift. I have a way with the female form, the curves. I paint them so beautifully, and also I paint the woman's dreams. It is important. It's true I have talent, but I'm really sorry for my French accent. So Clovis, he's got really great talent, but he is here in this new wave of emerging artists because he wants to get found. He wants the patrons to be interested in purchasing or funding his work. He wants art dealers to buy his pieces and put them in their galleries. He's got a lot of goals. But mostly the number one goal is to paint naked women.
Right. I'm sure you would love for one of those paintings to end up in the next salon that takes place as well. All right. And so are you just at the bar drinking?
I am back to the bartender who is a friend. I know them well. Okay, elbows up, sipping, what's a good, it was a Sazerac.
Okay.
Yeah. And scoping out who's here, who I should be schmoozing with to get my art in some galleries.
Well, yes, there are surely several that you may notice. Jasmine, would you describe yourself, please?
You would expect from her name, Viviane, that perhaps she speaks with a French accent, but that's not true because she actually spent some time in Texas with her cousins from over the pond, and Viviane is actually pretty well connected. Her name is Viviane Hanault, but she goes by Vivha because she puts the yeehaw in just about every party she's in. She's got short hair, it's curly, it's cute, it's trendy. That's what they're doing in America these days, but I feel like maybe in Europe's we're a little bit more old-fashioned. And I was schmoozing some oil barons over there, but I've invested some money in this goddamn salon and I feel like I might lose it because I've heard some rumors of some type of chicanery and tomfoolery happening. So I caught the first boat over here and I'm going to make sure that I get these artsy fartsy taps in order. Make sure I don't lose my money that I put down here. As for how I'm dressed in the newest, finest Chanel. I like suits because I'm a businesswoman of class and taste and distinction. And this feller covered in paint who keeps making eyes at me is making me a wee bit uncomfortable. But, it is what it is. I swing both ways. So I guess the salon doors, they open in and out. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Wait a minute. Does that...
we don't need questions.
Too much about this metaphor. Okay.
If you know, you know.
So
Clovis knows.
Yeah, Clovis would have certainly noticed Vivha, making their way in, and you would know that Viviane is also quite a big patron of the arts. So this may pique your interest. You've seen her around the salon over the past month, for sure. I'm not sure if you've...
My strategy is whenever she happens to look in my direction, even if I'm mid-conversation, I stop and I look at her and I raise one eyebrow and then I don't move.
Ooh, yes, that's a winning move, I'm sure. We'll see it in action. But you would likely also recognize... Anjali, will you describe your character as you come in?
Well, I will. My name is Edwina Alexander. I am the daughter of an English father and a French mother. So sometimes I speak with a French accent, sometimes I speak with a British accent. Really, well, most comfortable in society. Girls only got so many weapons, and her feminine wiles are really the most powerful of them. So I've learned how to use them and wield them like a sharp, long sword of some fancy variety. So here I am, dressed in my finest, lowest cut gown for this final day of the salon. I am very excited, I have to tell you, because I have been biding my time here in the Absinthe Bar, and I have seen this interaction happening from afar. I'm back in the corner. I'm sipping on my wine, and I am watching. Have you met this artist, Clovis? Have you heard? This man only wants to get inside everyone's dress instead of painting it. He's got his eyes on this wonderful creature. She's magnificent with short hair, and it's curly and wild, and she's wearing a suit, and she looks so strong and powerful. I love this idea. It's so very American. So I'm just here watching this game of cat and mouse, or cat and supposed mouse. Really, it's probably cat and cat. Watching this game play out while I sip my wine and bide my time before we get to the salon.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so yes, Clovis, you would know. You've got your patron of the arts, Vivha, coming in. You probably heard that nickname as well. It's, people don't. It's not the kind of person whose name you want to, nickname you want to get wrong. You wouldn't want to be on her bad side. But you see Edwina in the corner, and I'm sure you noticed her. She's stunning, beautiful. And she is a favorite of Josephine's. They're very close friends. She's often at all of the gatherings, all of the parties, all of the openings, with the best views in town.
I have the best view in my sights when I see Edwina's low-cut dress.
Oh my
But
God.
I do not stare too long. I am not rude. She would never notice my glance.
The bartender who you're friends with, Jules, he's like, "Oh, come on, Clovis, can you try not to be such a creep while you're here? You're gonna scare away all the ladies."
I am not a creep. I am a gentleman.
Oh.
I'm always looking for new subjects.
It's very obvious. I'm just saying, maybe you should turn the dial down just a little bit,
I will try, but I do nothing in half measures.
I'm somehow not surprised.
And then, no, never mind. Too soon. I was gonna say, I reach over the bar, I grab a bottle, pour us both shots, drink it, smash the bottle, but that didn't happen. He thought about doing that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Vivienne, where do you sort of find yourself heading to?
I saunter over there. My drink is empty. I would like another absinthe.
Okay.
And I say, one more absinthe. And then I look at Clovis and I'm like, it's Coco Channel. Since you keep looking, I just thought I'd let you know.
Coco Channel?
Channel, yeah.
This is
really famous designer. You should probably know that.
I, of course, do know.
We're about to go to your art. It looks like your art covered in paint. About to go to an art salon. Probably should know who Coco Channel is, because you've been eyeing me up and down. So I'm just assuming that's what you're looking at. And if that's not what you're looking at, you're going to be looking at the underside of my boot in about less than 5 minutes here. So choose your next words very carefully, little man.
And I just lean forward as I drink my wine. So I strangely drink my wine out of a glass straw. I just lean forward and watch.
It's the popcorn gif in action.
Exactly.
Vivha, mon chéri, it's a pleasure to meet you. No, I make only eye contact with you because I respect you. You know good art. And you know good accent work. Josephine, is this why you shake your head?
No, Jules is the bartender shaking his head after the conversation he just had with you and witnessing this firsthand.
I am interested only in a business proposition with you. I mean no offense. Please do not take it as such. I do not know designers. All I know is artists.
Miss Viv, do you take sugar with your absinthe?
Sure. Is that how the people drink it?
It's a personal preference, you see. But
I like things a little less sweet.
Okay, then we hold the sugar for now. Here you go, mademoiselle.
You know, over in America, they do this whole show where they set the sugar on fire and then dunk it in there and mix it.
No, we cannot speak of this in here, not in this house.
I just thought I'd let you know.
I am aware.
What type of tragedies are occurring over the pond.
I am aware of what the Americans do, yes. Yeah.
I thought that in the Americas you put too much sugar in your tea, but that is not you, Vivha.
I never drank tea in my life. We drink coffee over there.
I understand.
Or is this whole thing, you know what? We'll get into it later, but yeah, we're coffee drinkers, independents.
As I hear this stimulating conversation, I walk over to the other side of Vivha. And I say, yes, well, the drinks may not be on fire, but this conversation certainly is, and I have to be a part of it. Hello.
Oh, my.
Hello. My name is Edwina Alexander. Maybe you've heard of me.
Enchantée, I certainly have.
Stop talking.
Kiss your hand.
Vivha, I believe. Yes?
Yeah, that is correct. You are a vision. What is that, Prada you're wearing?
Oh, no, darling. I bought this here, custom made, here in France. Yes, in Paris. It was made specifically by a tailor for my family. I couldn't possibly tell you who it was.
It's beautiful. It's a work of art.
Thank you so
much. The
much.
lines and the silhouette are fabulous. I'm sure Clovis here just noticed your lady pillows, but the entire ensemble was not lost upon me.
See, this is why I love talking to another woman.
Popcorn.
Oh, Edwina, we cannot hear you, my dear.
We just lost.
You back?
Did we lose me?
May I say, I am tired of these assumptions being made about my sexuality. I noticed the line of your cheekbone, the sparkle in your eye, the arch of your brow, and also your bosom pillows. I got Russian.
Clovis, I've seen your art, though.
It is utmost respect for the female form.
It's a lot of this. I'm not gonna get into that. I won't say I haven't admired it. Who among us has not?
Well, thank you. I do appreciate the compliments, especially coming from one with such prestige as yourself.
I mean, I wouldn't pay for it, but
Edwina, you're so beautiful in your silence.
I'm trying so hard.
There you are. Back. There you are.
We got you.
Hey, I was like, my phone is telling me. Cut to. Yes, I was so intrigued. I was speechless. What can I say?
You did not know? I had more to me. I understand.
Did you need more wine, Miss Alexander?
I think I would prefer to wait until we make it to the salon. After all, it seems that I'm having some trouble speaking already, and I want to make sure that I'm as
Lost you again for a split second.
Of course. Of course.
Well, I don't know what's going on.
Yes, we hear you again, though. It's good. It's good. It keeps us on our toes, wanting for more. And we hear you. We hear you, I think.
I'm just going to live here. Sorry, everyone. I told you that there was a problem. I'm going to live with this. Is it okay?
These eldritch beings, they're really out of control this evening. Reaching in through the internet.
Goblins.
But it's okay. We have also established in this world, all of these designers existed in the late 1800s.
They did.
Yeah, absolutely. And right at this time, oh my goodness, she's so far away.
You just have to shout.
So far away. Doesn't anybody hear me online anymore?
At this moment, as you discover what is... Yes. At this moment, a man comes in that all of you recognize. It is Antonin Pinault. He has one of the showcase pieces of art, the Man and the Bull, that has been showing at the gallery recently. And Clovis is a close friend of yours because he is another painter, another artist as well. And he comes in and he doesn't look great. He's sweating. He's got like a little cough, but makes his way over. He's like patting his head. Comes over to the bar. Comes to you. He's like, Clovis, good to see you.
I punch him in the gut as like a friendly gesture of "What's up, bro?"
Hey, yes. Maybe not today. I'm not feeling myself. You see, I don't know if I came down with something. I might have to leave a little bit early. tonight, but I hope not too early.
Jewel, get my friend a drink. He's not feeling well. Something to raise the spirits.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, just a little something.
What is his name? Sorry, I missed it.
His name is Antonin Pinault. And the piece that he has made is the Man and the Bull. And yeah, he's one of the
Man in the bull.
The man and
Got it.
the bull.
Very
Like
different.
that swinging door, you know.
Yeah, we did. Dancing.
My visual imagination is strong.
But yeah, he's here and he's like, hello, Edwina, yes, and Viva, it's good to see you both.
Viva, you must see Antonin's painting. The man in the bull it's a beautiful work of art.
It's the man and the bull.
Yes, the man and the bull. You would appreciate it. I think it's not. There's no naked women in it.
It is. It's a little bit of a sore subject because you see, Larache was supposed to have a accompanying sculpture to go with. We were supposed to have, the Minotaur sculpted in person before you, and it would cast the shadow of the bull onto the outline of the bull that I have painted. And man, he did not come through, so to speak. He left me hanging, and a little disappointed, I suppose. But hey, I get all the fame, I get all the recognition.
Oh,
Oliver.
Jewel, where is the drink for my friend? He is very sick.
Is he contagious though? Because he's not doing a very great job covering his mouth.
What is this contagious to speak of? I do not know of germs in the 1890s.
Well, you also didn't know of Coco Channel, and she was alive back then, so I think we could say you don't know much, Clovis.
I apologize. It seems you are correct.
Apologies. I did not mean. I just, I've not been getting much sleep. I'm working on a new piece. You see, a new painting. I've been inspired. You could say. Yes. Are you working on anything, Clovis?
I have many paintings in the works. You see, I invite the model. She comes. I do the rough brush strokes. And then I look inside her soul and I paint the dreams. So many, obviously, I have many in works at the same time because I have many people that must come to my studio.
Right. I see. this is what is holding you back. You are clinging to this realism, and I think that it would do you some good to move more forward into evolving art styles,
Like one breast here, another on a bowl.
Yeah, something like that, LaRoche always had this figured out with his sculptures.
Vivha, would you be interested in... And what are the artists you support like? What is your art style that you enjoy?
Well, I mostly enjoy landscapes and things of a more melancholy nature. But I also like things that explore color and texture in a unique way. And I'm a fan of sculptures as well as, like I said, clothing and fashion. Louis Vuitton came to France just to check that feller out. Amazing. I think that's probably going to take off in the next 10 years. But tell me about the sculpture that didn't make it into the salon, because that is of concern to me.
Right.
This Minotaur.
That, LaRoche and I have a partnership. Normally, we always show our pieces in conjunction, and it is, mind-blowing, some say. The best thing they've seen, many others say. But now it is standalone. He says, I spoke to him because I was a little perturbed that there was no sculpture. He's never done this before. It's not normal or usual. You know what he tells me? Apparently, he could not do this sculpture because he had a whirlwind romance and he's married now.
Oh,
what?
Congratulations to him.
Yes, congratulations to him. And she is beautiful. I mean, you cannot take your eyes off of her. I do not know how he got her. But yes, I went to speak to them 2 nights ago now on Friday. And in fact, she said something that inspired me to start this next painting. She is a patron of the arts herself, you see. I could see why she and LaRoche got on so well. But I suppose they'll be there tonight.
What is her name?
Bathsheba is her name.
Bathsheba?
Yes, that's correct.
She's like a goddess.
Indeed.
Yeah, she looks like one too, let me tell you. I mean,
I can understand.
I hope I'm able to make it to the end of tonight. I just, it's this painting. I've been working on it ever since Friday, and I really ought to take some more rest.
Can I cast an appraising eye over this fella and see if this is exhaustion or he's gotten the pox or something?
Yeah. Let's do
Some people on the boat on the way over died of all types of stuff. So
right. If you would like to check if it's medical, a medicine check would do. If you would like to sort of read his behavior, perhaps a psychology check, whichever you would prefer, and let me know which one you do.
I'm going to go with psychology because I have a 1 in medical.
Okay,
all right,
that's fair.
Can I, while that's happening, take kind of a stock with first aid of just the physical manifestations of whatever's going on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, both of y'all.
And I have medicine, but here we
while
go.
we're at it, I'd like to take a psychology roll. Now that I'm back in action.
Are you trying to see?
I've been sipping a lot of this wine.
Yeah, it's good wine. It's only the best in this area. Do you want?
Just checking out.
Are you trying to see if are you using the psychology to check his mental stability, or are you trying to see something different than what Vivha is looking for?
I just want to see if he's trying to figure out if he's mentally all there.
Okay.
I got 23 under 30.
Woo.
Nice. Okay. And Clovis, was that a success
It was
rate
a horrible fail. I know nothing.
on the first aid?
He looks beautiful to me. He looks like he's
Yeah,
shining.
well,
the sweat is a glisten.
yeah.
I'd like to paint him.
Question
Yes.
for you. My first aid and my psychology are exactly the same number. Can I switch to first aid? Is that an option? Because
Absolutely.
I would have rolled
Yes.
the same thing.
Yes.
Because I got a 27 under 30. So
Lovely.
I'd like
Okay.
to see if he's ill.
Yeah. Okay, so the first aid check, Edwina, you can see like he does seem exhausted. It doesn't seem quite so much a sickness of just like drawn out. When he says that he was working nonstop, he must have really been going at it because it just seems like the man probably needs to sleep more so than a cold or flu, virus type.
Mhm.
With your psychology check, Viv, you can tell like he is really fixated about the art. This seems to be like what he's focusing on and like almost is like that's what's like sort of upsetting him in the moment, but and it is also you put together like why he's appeared so exhausted, so out of sorts, even though he knew that this party was coming and the salon was coming to a close. So it's but he's an artist, so they're eccentric. They stay up painting for days and it's not so atypical.
Do you mind if I take a gander at this piece?
The man in the bull.
Yeah.
Does sound like in every time you say it.
In the bull.
Yes.
Sorry. I believe it is in the midst of getting packed up at the moment, but it will go to my apartment tomorrow morning. You see, the gallery is being packed up, all the pieces with the closing. But tomorrow, if you want to come by my apartment, I'm more than happy to show you the piece.
That might be nice. I have so much money just burning a hole in my purse right now, and so few artists that I truly appreciate. And the man in the bowl sounded particularly entrancing.
Intriguing.
Clovis feels
Especially
the
since
shade
you're
as it is
so-
thrown.
Especially since you're just so you seem devoted to it. I like people that show that kind of commitment.
Yes, my art is everything.
I have to admit, it's quite intriguing. If you wouldn't mind someone else coming along, Viv.
Oh, I love that. That would be wonderful.
The
If it
more
is
the
a champagne,
merrier.
perhaps
Clovis
you
too.
don't
Maybe
mind
he'll learn
one
how
more-
to paint.
I would love the instruction. If it is something Vivha would like, I do custom commissions.
Okay. Well, he puts his business card, hands it over, has his name and his address, everything to Vivhan. Of course, the more the merrier. Yes, bring friends. We can have a little aperitif and talk about art. And
First
at
thing in
this
the
moment,
morning. Wonderful.
Mrs. Betty?
It's 12 o'clock somewhere.
Yes. A bunch of carriages begin going by outside, and sort of he pipes up and he's like, oh, he grabs his like pocket watch. It appears it is time perhaps to make it over to Josephine's. I will see you all over there, I'm sure.
I slapped down some cash on the bar, which is the last of my cash, to be honest. And then I offer both my elbows. These lovely ladies. Perhaps I could walk you, escort you. Obviously, you do not need an escort, but perhaps you would want one.
Oh, I appreciate that. And I put my coat on his arm. That's so sweet of you.
Could we get
Takes it.
the overhead map, perhaps, so that everyone can see how close by everything is? The Absinthe house to Josephine's home, and where the gallery is. There you go. I'm not sure if you all see.
Yes.
The stream is where you can see it. So you're at the Absinthe house.
The stream. Okay.
Well, you don't have to. Only
in
if you'd
chat
like.
for you.
I will describe it. The residence, Josephine's residence, is only like a block away. So it's very easy walking distance. And then the gallery is just on the other corner. It's almost like a triangular shape, sort of. So very easy for you all to make your way there if you would like to.
I walk behind Vivha. Does Vivian? No, you're Vivian. Does Edwina take my other arm?
I'm good, thank you. I have my hands full.
Does she have a coat?
I have my shawl around me, and I have a fan and a small purse. So my hands are full. I've got a shawl. It's too much. I've got the perfect balance. Thank you.
And Clovis is just going to follow behind the ladies and kind of mutter like, I don't understand. Normally they are so taken with me. It's my eyes.
Okay. So
I've lost it. He kind of like tests his breath.
You all wander over to the residence. There are other carriages showing up at the same time. As you arrive, there's a very sleek black carriage with 2 horses bringing it along, and exiting out of it, you'll recognize LaRuche, who Pinot was just talking to you about, who was supposed to make the sculpture and all of this, and he is accompanied by none other than who you assume is Bathsheba, that he mentioned, and she is stunning. Like, no one seems to be able to take their eyes off her. Not in a, literally cannot, but just in a figurative way. She is stunning, beautiful, has long black hair, piercing dark eyes, and actually I'll tell you, LaRuche he is a little more disheveled. He is he's what you would describe as your eccentric as well, eccentric artist, a little less put together. He's not in nice clothes. Antonin at least put himself together, had a nice suit on, but LaRuche is
Is she way out of his league kind of thing?
Oh, absolutely. Everyone is out of
she's out of everyone's league?
Yeah, she's out of everyone's league.
I got you.
I look over at her, and it's not even a contest. I'm like, I can't even be jealous of you. I bow down to your superior everything. She's gorgeous.
Clovis, like everyone else, can't take his eyes off, and he does what he does with most people, but especially women. He kind of takes stock of each curve and line of their body as if he's about to draw them. Can I roll for a spot hidden to see if there's anything about her presence that's interesting or different?
Yes. Yes, do a spot hidden, and
I don't trust roll 20. I'm gonna roll with dice.
And Vivian, there's something about Bathsheba that rings a
that
bell.
That woman's a goddamn succubus. They don't make people like that. But please tell me, how do I know her?
You might do an intelligence roll for me.
So I have 50 intelligence. So I just have to roll under 50.
That's right. On or below.
Yes.
I got 31.
Yeah.
Under what's your normal
50.
Intelligence? What is it? 50?
50.
So it's just a regular
I'm
success.
It's been luck. You said you rolled 51 on a 50?
No, 31.
31 on a 50. So that's just a regular success, I believe. Okay. Well, so you can't quite place it, but you feel like, yeah, you've seen her face before. But you're not sure where. You do recognize her, though.
Clovis is not able to discern anything except her striking beauty.
Yes. She is striking. She's got long gloves on, a beautiful dress, fairly conservative dress, high neck. And she and LaRuche sort of begin to make their way inside the home, because this is all out front at the time.
I'm going to up my speed a little bit and try to match, try to catch up a little bit and be like, Roche!
Hello. Viva, it's good to see you.
You old scoundrel. How are you?
I'm good.
Who is this vision? And then I just pretend like he's not there, because it was just an excuse to talk to her.
That's fair.
And I'm like, have I made your acquaintance before? And I put out my hand to shake hers.
She delicately like places her gloved hand, sort of in yours, like out like this. Like,
I shake it. I'm not kissing that shit. I'm
do
still a
not-
lady.
And she doesn't seem to like clock that as bizarre, you know. She probably looks you up and she's like, okay. I don't think that we have met. No, but I am very happy to meet you now. You see, I am new to the area. I just met my sweet LaRoche here. I'm very excited to meet more of the artists that he works with. And she looks at him like lovingly and then at everyone else there.
Him? Okay, I don't say that out loud though.
But yes, at him.
I'm like,
do I know
what?
LaRoche or from being an artist in Paris?
Yes. He's a sculptor. He's eccentric. He's like mad into his work. Like not so good at socializing in general. If you didn't pick up that, he's a bit of a weirdo. So.
Gotcha. And would I have seen him at the gallery all the times that I've been coming through and everything? Cool.
Yes.
So I'm gonna switch up. And what?
And he, because this is of interest of you, he is a member of the Mystic Order of the Rose Croix.
Yes, exactly. So when I see Viv have a chat with him, I swish up as if we're best of friends, and I say, "Yes, congratulations to both of you on your wedding." C'est magnifique, ça, non?
Oui, très magnifique. Yes, I feel so so inspired, so lucky to get to be with this incredible woman.
Yes, indeed. I must say, you there's something almost mystical or magical about you. I can't place it. It's Bathsheba, is it?
Yes. Bathsheba, yes. A pleasure.
Beautiful name.
I want to.
Oh yeah, go
ahead.
Roll.
Go ahead. Oh, I want to blithely duck around and hold the coats behind my back, and grab Bathsheba's hand, but speak to Roche as I kiss her hand and say, "Roche, how did a man like you end up with a woman so divine?" And I look up and meet her eyes.
You're asking him though?
I'm asking Roche. Yeah, I just want to, it's a dig.
I keep asking myself the same questions, but I think we connected through art. Through art, she appreciates, she sees the art everywhere, the same way that we do, that I do, that sometimes you do, Clovis, but mainly I do.
Miss Sheba, would you be interested in posing for a painting?
Oh, good God.
Oh, you are an artist as well.
Why, yes, I specialize in abstractions on the female form. The symbolist works. But not too symbolist, very much realist in terms of, my favorite parts of anatomy.
Amazing. Could I have all of you roll a luck roll, please?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Barely. 47 under 55.
Okay, so you pass.
9.
Luck should be at the top, I believe.
Top right, I think, yeah.
Haha. Okay. Whew. 29 under 55.
So you all passed.
I have an extreme success.
Okay, that's it. I've made a note. Great. And you guys are still standing in the lobby, and it's kind of like, holding people up.
Walking up with them, be like, we should make our way in. So Bathsheba, I'm also a bit of a appreciator of the arts myself, of the artists who were featured here. Who is your favorite? And I'm going to try to ply her to see if she really is a fan of the arts.
Yeah.
And I also kind of want to try to read how she looks at Roche when she thinks no one is looking.
Okay. So
that makes sense.
Yeah. Give me a psychology roll. That's a good question.
So, wait, is 00 100 or is that 0?
That's a fail. That's a crit fail.
Because I got 3 and I got 2 zeros.
Oh no, that's a 3.
That's a 3.
Yes.
Okay. I never know if that's a 3 or like a 300.
It's very bad to
That's a
get
3.
triple zeros, but 003 is great.
Yeah.
Is 000 or is it 100?
It's 100.
It's 100.
Oh, I feel like I've played this game before and still don't know. All right, yeah. So I got 3.
It's a tricky one.
So that's an amazing roll. I believe someone that has played this game multiple times would tell you at this point to put a check mark next to it. That skill, is that a thing that happens in Call of Cthulhu?
Absolutely. If you get an extreme success, you can put a check mark, and then if between sessions, if you feel like it, Joe, you can do an investigator development phase and improve that skill. Yeah.
So put a check mark next to that. That was a wonderful success. So she absolutely loves art, like adores it, and she seems to look at LaRoche with that same adoration. And this all seems like just like she is taking it in. She absolutely is as enthusiastic, if not more. Like she's almost hiding some of the enthusiasm because she's very intrigued by this group, and especially when Clovis said that he was an artist as well, that very much interested her. What else did you ask?
How she looked at LaRoche when she thinks no one else is looking. I think that was included in it. Yeah, with love.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Well, I'll be damned.
Love and appreciation.
I was not expecting that.
Is he a good artist?
Yes, he is very good. He was just recently, you would know, recently admitted to the Mystic Order of the Rose Croix, because not everyone that is in the salon or featured in the salon is a part of the Mystic Order. That's more like the inner circle. You know, those that are part of that order then get access to Josephine's occult library. Basically, it's a very like only close friends. You know.
Mm-hmm. I bet there are so many women that would pose for me if only I were a member.
Right. Yeah. Most likely, and it is because of his talent in going away from realism as well in his sculpture that he was granted this membership. So yes, he is very well known as being a very talented artist right now.
And I obviously would know that he was in the Mystic Order too, because I so desperately want to be in it myself.
Absolutely.
As we go into the room, what's there?
Okay, so you all come in to a sort of there is a you know what, we have a map of the apartment, but as you come in, there's a little lobby area, and around a closed dining room there's a hallway, but also kind of acts as a lobby, you know, where you might mingle outside of specific rooms. And when you come in, there is a butler that, you know, greets and gives a spiel to everyone coming through the door of like, his name is Coffier. He is maybe around in his 50s. He's got a nice suit on, and he's like very, you know, no nonsense. Welcome, mesdames, messieurs. Remember to enjoy yourselves, but that the lounge and the library and the lobby are the areas for guests tonight, and that the upstairs and servants' quarters and the kitchen are all strictly off limits, and we will be watching very closely. This is not a suggestion. Enjoy, everyone, and do let us know if you need anything. The maids and I are at your service. And you do see maids like carrying trays of food, going back and forth.
I reach into my pocket, pull out a crisp couple of bills, give them to the butler, and say, "Oh, thank you so much for your kindness. Where have you seen the wonderful, effervescent Justine anywhere?"
He doesn't take the. He's like, Mr. Buisson, you are looking for Justine. Yes, I believe I did see her
think she went into the lounge right here, to your right, madame.
Thank you.
Wait, who's that?
Yes,
It's just somebody I'm looking for.
I would never pry. It was Becca who asked.
She said Justine Buisson.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
You're good. Justine.
So do you and you guys notice Bathsheba is being introduced to other people as guests are coming in as well. There's quite a few people filing in. They're expecting around like 30-ish people to arrive this evening. Lots of artists, lots of patrons, everyone well-to-do and in these circles.
Is Josephine anywhere? Do I? Because I'm really looking for her.
You do not see Josephine anywhere. But Coffier sees you looking around and says, Miss Edwina, Miss Alexander. Yes. Josephine did want me to let you know that she is held up at the gallery, but that she will be here as soon as she is done. And if it takes longer, she will call for you. But she wanted me to let you know specifically.
Oh, it's both a disappointment to hear that she's not going to be here for a while and a comfort to know that she was thinking of me. Thank you.
Always.
I'm going to slide away and follow Bathsheba. I mean, with my eyes around the room. Like, if Clovis sees this new woman that is so intoxicatingly beautiful, he's just going to always be 10 feet behind her.
So creepy. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so you see that she's been introduced to some people at the door. You also notice that LaRoche quickly, he taps something in his pocket, and motions to Bathsheba and he says, I'll be right back. And he leaves and goes upstairs. Coffier sees this, and is not perturbed by this. You assume, because he is part of the Mystic Order, that it is probably...
Slide up to Bathsheba.
I'm actually going to...
Grab her arm and say, I see you're unescorted. Perhaps I can introduce you to the many people I know here. I know no one. My friend who's very sick in the bar, he was the one that got me the invitation. But, I got to look cool for her.
Right. Yes.
While she's doing that, I want to go up to the butler and say, pardon me, darling, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm having trouble. Might have had a little bit too much wine before we came here. I was so nervous. Is there any chance you could point me towards the water closet?
Yes, of course. Around the corner, you will find the lavatory on the ground floor here, just past the kitchen.
Excellent.
So he points you that way.
So I'm gonna make my way around the corner to the WC and look around and just see if anybody is. LaRoche went the other direction on the other side of the dining room towards the lounge, or he went.
LaRoche went straight upstairs, which is the stairs right by the door.
Right
where everyone is.
But they're right next to the water closet. Yeah. Great. So I'm just gonna watch.
No. The water closet is around the corner on the other side.
Okay, I'm apparently I can't read maps, so I just thought I'd let people know that. Never mind. I'm basically trying to sneaky follow him. So can we pretend that I'm sneaky trying to get away from him and following him? This is fantastic role-playing game telling, story game telling. You guys.
No,
this is how it's done. This is how it's done. Watch the expert as it's done.
Roll me a sneak check, although you will know that this is probably going to be pretty difficult because this is right at the entrance. The butler is right there. You just spoke to him. He's very much keeping an eye specifically on this.
Okay.
But you may certainly try.
I mean, let's give it a roll. I rolled a 12.
A 12?
Pretty good, right?
Let me see what my
sneaky is.
What your sneak
is.
My
stealth is 20. My stealth is 20. My sneak, is there a sneak? I think it's
I think
your stealth
60.
is your stealth is 60, which is
like
great.
I said, my stealth is 60. I told you I've had too much wine. You guys, I don't know how to read.
Okay. So you are able to slip up without Kofi noticing, without many others seeing either. So you slip up. Yeah, you're gonna. Are you
not
trying?
LaRoche, what the Bathsheba's husband.
Oh, yeah, it is LaRoche. That's Bathsheba's husband. Are you wanting to keep hidden from LaRoche as well? Are you just following?
I think I'm just following.
Okay,
actually,
to see
extreme success.
It's extreme success. Let me try to let me be hidden from him as well.
Okay, so you were,
from everyone. I want to follow him. I want to see what he was padding. Ultimately, I want to know what he was, padding his pocket for.
Sure, absolutely. Okay, we will come right back to that. And Vivha, you were making your way to the lounge, correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to Justine.
Okay.
See how that spicy little firecracker's doing.
Right as you step into the lounge, there are several people in there. There is a man. Actually, you would recognize all of them. I mean, you're a patron. It's your business to kind of know. You funded so much of the salon to know like who's here. You see Maximilien Lavagne. He is in his mid-40s. He's a writer. He's got a full beard and mustache and short hair. He's a very rugged face. You don't usually talk to him much. He's like very, he's a curmudgeon, you might say. It's like always got a chip on his shoulder, it seems. He's only ever complaining. So you don't tend to spend too much time chatting with him. Also in here is Dominique Denerias, who is a musician, a pianist, and she is sitting right next to the piano in the lounge, and she's sitting here like this, and she's shooting daggers. I should describe her. She's short, she's got average build. She's just in like very sort of expensive but very conservative dress. And she's sitting here and she's shooting daggers right past you, not at you. And you look over and you see that Justine is right there. And she's, a little ways away from you. And she sort of makes a face and quickly ducks out of the lounge and makes her way down the hall. Immediately from Dominique's look at her.
I'm going to just duck out behind her.
Okay, you follow Justine. So Justine heads down the hall to the library where she sort of like, and sits down. And Justine is a choreographer, as you know. And she's slender because she came from doing ballet. She's got an athletic build. Her hair is done very high up. She's got a high neck dress, olive skin. She's got beautiful ribbons in her hair as well. She just sort of sits down and...
Justine.
Oh,
are you all right? You look a bit stressed.
Oh, hello, Miss Vivshaw. It's a pleasure to see you again. I'm fine. No, I'm good. Yes. How are you doing this evening?
I mean, I could be better. I've heard all these rumors and these rumblings here and there that that there's trouble in paradise. So I just thought I'd come and pick your brain about it.
Oh, no. It's nothing really. It's said that we make great art together. That's what everyone has been saying. No, I'm not sure what you're referring to.
Oh, well, the way you skittered out of there and had to come in here and compose yourself, I thought maybe you didn't have such a good working relationship with Dominique anymore.
I have found the experience enlightening. And, but I do think that I prefer work as a solo artist. But this is what Josephine wants, and happy to work with her for the time being.
Well, maybe I can smooth things over between you two. I do have a way with people.
Oh, I wouldn't suggest trying to speak to Dominique. She's really less pleasant on the topic, I suppose. I will do what I can to make sure that this doesn't negatively affect the salon in any way.
I would employ every subtlety at my disposal to ensure that this did not come off as, well, you tattling on her.
Right. Certainly. Well, wonderful. Thank you, Miss Viv Hall.
You can just call me Vivienne.
Oh, Vivienne. Thank you. I hope you have a very pleasant evening. She sort of like grabs a book and awkwardly like sits away with the book between you. Let's cut back to Clovis, who is trying to keep Bathsheba's attention. Yes?
I am, yes.
And she sort of makes her way to the lounge. Oh.
What just happened?
Is this?
What just happened?
I don't know what happened.
We're good. We're resetting. There we go.
What the hell?
We're in the middle of an amphitheater. Don't worry about it.
What is that?
It's on together mode. Hit grid view.
Okay. The audience can't see this, but we just got transported to an amphitheater in our call.
What happened?
And it was very odd. You follow Bathsheba into the lounge where but she keeps your conversation as well. She's very interested in you.
Have you lived in Paris for long?
Not very long, it turns out. But tell me about you. What are your dreams, your aspirations? I want to know everything.
Well, I hope that realism will make a comeback, if you will. Personally, I understand symbolism. It's beautiful, but in capturing life as it is, it truly expresses the greatest expression of art.
Ah, yes. You know, I could not agree more with you.
Really? So few here do. It's almost sacrilege to speak of it.
She leans in very close and sort of whispers into your ear. Not only should your work be as lifelike as possible, but it should be about life. Capture the moment when life begins and display it to the world in all its glory.
Like an actual birth?
And her words just like do like inspire you. Feel you're like, oh, I hadn't thought about perhaps a birth, and like you should start painting.
The only thing that is more
even
beautiful than a woman's form is a woman bringing life into the world. Do you know if there are any painting supplies in the salon?
Oh, I'm sure that someone here must have something on them. I'm sure. Yes. You're so inspired. Oh.
Is he overcome with an urge to paint? Or maybe I'd like to take a moment to see if she's doing something to me that is beyond the scope of what other humans I've met can do. Can I roll for a cult?
Actually, I'll have you roll an intelligence check for me first. I check something real quick. A success?
Just a regular success.
You know, you don't even have time to think about whether she's doing something to you because you're so overcome by the idea that she has said. It's all encompassing. It's really hard to think about much else.
I want to paint, but can I perhaps take a moment to try and persuade her to let me paint her in this moment?
Yeah, do a persuade check then.
No, Phil. Perhaps you would come with me. We could find a hidden corner. I'll find some paints, and I could paint your female form. It is my specialty. I promise I am no novice.
Yes, perhaps in the future. For now, use what you see in your mind and trust that. I must leave you. I see you are in the throes of passion. I still have many to meet. And we will cut to Edwina, who is sneaking
Edwina
up the stairs behind LaRoche, who you see goes up the stairs. There are some beautiful doors that he arrives at. He pulls out a key from his pocket, unlocks it, walks in, goes through. Do you follow him through?
I do. I follow him to the door and just like stay at the door and peer in.
And peer in. Okay. And what you see is a large, ornate, beautiful, packed library, books, and it's got an atrium glass ceiling, and this is clearly like a very important room. You assume that this is Josephine's occult library collection, and he pulls out of his jacket. You see him a book in his hand, and he sort of looks around. He goes over to a glass cabinet, sort of fumbles with his keys, and he's like, merde. And just ends up putting the book on the table nearby and sort of waves his hand.
Is there anything else here besides these two doors? Is there like somewhere to hide if he comes out? Like, can I hide behind anything?
Yeah, you could probably sneak if you would like to, while he's looking at the glass cabinet, the locked cabinet, go in and hide behind something. There are, end tables, little chairs, a little like couch, a little love seat. Yes. So
I'm gonna sneak in.
Yes. Do another another stealth check for me.
Oh, it is my night for sneaking. That's a 9.
Wow. Very nice. Oh, yes. You should put a check mark next to sneak for sure.
I'm just gonna write it down.
Yeah. Just write down sneak, and then later it'll improve before next session. So you are silent, and he's not really like expecting anyone to have followed him up anyway, so he's not really paying attention. So you successfully go behind and sit in the go behind the love seat nearby. He puts the book down, and you see him turn back around, and he exits the library. You hear the door close and lock. Yeah. Behind him.
I figured that was going to happen. I just realized that as soon as I came in. Oh, yes. Hadn't quite planned for that. So then I walk over and I look at what the book is that he put down.
Yes. The book is Évocation du Dieu intérieur, which in English is the Evocations of the Inner God.
Yes, indeed. Well, since I both speak and read in French, obviously, even though I'm British and French. Yay, I'm so lucky. So lucky to have both of them. I just kind of open up and kind of flip through until I see if I find anything interesting. Particularly, what does my eyes land on anything that's intriguing? Because I got so excited when I saw him going into the occult library, and especially since I noticed that he signaled to Bathsheba that he was putting this away. She must know what he was reading. So I want to know what she has to do with this book.
Yes, well, being interested in the occult yourself, you've heard the title before, but not much past that. It's about 200 pages. Give me a luck roll and let me see what you stumble upon.
19.
Underneath a total
a luck roll was 50. I think my luck was.
Okay, so that's pretty good. Yeah. Yes. So the book outlines the belief of the whole Croix concerning the spiritual realms, and that the gateway to God is from within rather than from without, through the concept of the inner God. By focusing one's will to gaze deep within oneself, with the aid of theurgy rituals described in the book, the ritualist can achieve the beatific vision. And you've heard Josephine speak of this, and this is a very important. She's been trying to achieve this beatific vision. That's what she wants all of her artists to achieve, essentially. So this book has rituals that describe certain ways to be able to do that. And yes, but it is not something that it would take a while to read through it. So
can I just flip open to one of the rituals and see what it says? Like, pick one.
Yes.
Like, I basically want to decipher if this is like crazy swing a dead chicken over your head shit, or if it's like just meditation.
It's a bit of both. It's there's one that is just like that is very much like finding your, sort of peace and being calm, so that your focus is all on the art, and that is through like, breathing and some chanting at the same time, that is outlined within it. Some of them are a little more specific and seem to involve some sort of bloodletting of your own, mixing with paints and things of this nature. But it's a mix. I'm not sure whether Edwina believes that these things are effective or not. This occult library has been around for a while that Josephine has had access to. So you've been waiting to kind of see one of these.
Exactly. That's what I'm more excited about, just finding out what's in there. And nothing about it seems strange to me, because I've been imagining the craziest stuff. So I'm almost disappointed when I see it's just about like, put a little bit of drop of your blood in some paint. And I'm like, really? That's all it is? One last thing I'm going to ask before I stop taking over what's going on. The glass cabinet that he couldn't open.
Yes.
But it's glass. So may I see what's inside it?
Yes. So you
I'd like to inspect it for anything.
I'll let you choose. Give me either an appraise, occult, or Cthulhu mythos roll.
Hang on a second. Let me pull up my roll 20 and see what's better.
Because you do see a number of exceptionally old volumes inside.
Okay, it's not appraise. That's for sure. What was the third one? There was Cthulhu mythos.
Cthulhu mythos, occult, and appraise.
Probably going to have to go for occult. Yeah, occult, 100%. Definitely rolling for occult. It's 13 under 30.
Nice. Yes. You see that these are absolutely the most valuable books that are in this collection. You recognize some of the titles, such as The Key of Solomon, the Malleus Maleficarum, the Zohar. There are some copies of Culte des Gaules, De Vermis Mysteris, the Pnakotic manuscripts. They're all very well-known occult tomes, but they are very much well locked up.
Yes. Okay. I'm just going to stand there mesmerized as something else happens somewhere else.
What is this, Batman?
Right.
I thought that was Wayne's World, wasn't that? Like,
oh yeah, no, you're right. I was thinking of the, when the logo goes in and out,
Yes.
Viv, do you stay hanging out in the library, or do you go?
Nah, I find this woman to be quite trifling. If I was Dominique, I would hate her too. So are you? Are you making your way then to Dominique, perhaps? I'm making my way downtown, back to the lounge.
To the lounge? Okay, so
lounge town.
Could you give me a spot hidden as you're walking down the hall?
Oh, I have 45 in that. And I rolled a 59.
Boo.
Okay.
I could expend some luck. It would be 14 luck. But metagame knowledge says this is only a 2-shot, so I'll expend it.
There you go. Okay, so a success. You see Maximilian, who was in the lounge a moment ago, but he's out in the hall right in front of it, and he's looking at the grandfather clock, and you see that he's got his pocket watch, and he's just like looking at the clock and just probably setting his watch on time. And he puts up you just got it to a regular success, right?
Yeah.
Puts the pocket watch in his pocket. A maid goes by, gives him a little nod as she passes, and he looks around and then heads back into the lounge.
I'm gonna go take a look at the grandfather clock too.
Yeah. It's beautiful. Gorgeous, fine craftsmanship. Seems to be on time as far as your watch says.
Is there anything... I'm gonna start like looking up and down it, because the way he was gazing at it, there's one of two options here. One, either he hid something or took something from the clock. Two, something's about to happen in a short amount of time that only he knows about. But I gotta rule out number one before I try for number two. So I'm gonna try to really take a look at this clock. Like, does it belong in the same, like with the rest of the decor? Is it, is it in keeping with the fashion sense? Is it,
Yes, it fits. If you're going to search it up and down, we want to do would that be a spot hidden? I assume.
Totes.
Yeah, let's do a spot hidden check. But yeah, as far as like the way that it looks, the decor, it fits.
Gonna be close. Got a 47, so I'm gonna just spend another 2 luck to make that 45.
Okay, so you search the clock. You don't find like any sort of hidden, like nothing is tucked behind it or underneath or taped, or there's no secret compartment or anything like that. You kind of spend some time, and at a certain point, Coffier is right behind you, like, Madame, can I help you? I see you are handling the grandfather clock. This is a heirloom. We'd like for our guests to keep their hands off, please.
Right. See, my job is appraising things and assigning value to them. Your job is opening doors. So how about you go do that?
Madame, I will not hesitate to call the gendarmerie if there is any sign of Josephine's...
Of me what? Of me
belongings
admiring
being tampered
Are you
with.
accusing me of stealing or vandalism by appreciating the workmanship of this clock? I have a credit rating of 90, I'll have you know. I don't need to steal nothing in this joint. I paid for half of this salon.
Give me a... do you feel that you are... Give me a fast talk, because you were like handling it, checking the back and like sliding your hand.
I was, but yeah. I mean, I'm also trying to intimidate now, because that's kind of like my thing. Can this
whichever you prefer.
Okay, I'm gonna prefer. Yeah, I do have a credit rating of 90.
I feel like there's an argument for a credit rating roll.
I mean, I'm just saying.
90 is ridiculous.
Yes. I will say, okay, I will give that as an option, though. I will say that the difficulty would be higher, as the butler is no stranger to rich people around trying to flaunt their wealth at him.
Fair. I'll go for intimidate here. All right, I got a 23 under a 50.
Okay.
It's the channel suit.
I'm
It's
sorry.
definitely the Coco Channel suit.
Madame, of course you do not need... I did not mean to suggest... is there anything I can help you with?
Not at all. I was just admiring the clock. Do you know who made it? like to maybe get one from my own place.
I believe it is Josephine's grandfather used to be in the clock business.
The literal
Made it.
grandfather clock.
Too good. Too good. Too good.
Yes. It's ironic, is it not? Anything else? Hors d'oeuvre? Do you need a drink?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll grab one. Thank you. Have a good one. And I'll just saunter down the hallway.
So good.
Mm-hmm. Are you wanting to go into the lounge or?
Yeah, I'm going to the lounge because this place seems like a lot of people are on edge or that they're waiting for something. Since I've ruled out number one, the way this fella was making sure his pocket watch was correct almost seems like he's either fixing to leave early or just... I gotta protect my investment. My head's on a swivel.
As you go into the lounge, La Roche also enters with you, having come back down from upstairs, and goes to join Bathsheba. And you see that Antonin Pino from the Absinthe Bar is also there, and he goes up to La Roche and, is very friendly. You wouldn't know that there was any sort of beef, like with the fact that he didn't make a sculpture for their piece together, but he's very friendly. He says hello to Bathsheba. It's, very kind. Before Antonin excuses himself, he says, I'm not feeling so good tonight. I must excuse myself, but I'm sure I will see you all later. And he retires to the library.
Now that I see Bathsheba, and do I see Clovis 10 feet behind?
Yes, but Clovis is... What is Clovis doing now that...
I am so glad that you ask. I was overcome with Beth saying paint right now, and I want to see if I was able to find painting supplies because I was desperately overcome with this urge to paint.
In the lounge, it seems like there's each corner has a little smattering of art. Dominique is sitting by the piano, and then there's an easel in another corner that has some paints at the
Is that
bottom.
where Vivian just came in the lounge?
Yes, yeah. That is
Okay,
where
great.
you all are, in the lounge.
I don't notice her. If there's painting supplies, I went to work.
Okay. Give me a art.
I do have specifically a
craft roll.
painting skill.
Yeah, give me that roll then.
Okay. Oh, digital or hard dice? That's the question. Oh, yeah, 56 on 70. We got it.
Yeah.
You paint. You're just not satisfied. This is not what you were really going for. You haven't nailed
so
it. It's
beautiful.
the colors are muddied. It's not, you don't see the image that you were really going for. You don't think you've quite hit the mark.
It's exactly a perfect rendition of what I see, but that is not enough. That is not what the people will find beautiful. I paint what I see, but that is not going to please Bathsheba.
Yeah, you feel you're left unsatisfied. You're like,
I want to take the canvas and just try and rip it, and when I can't, I just stomp my foot through it, and I break the canvas, the wood supporting it.
This is what you see when you come in, Vivian.
Clovis, what in God's name is this display?
You don't understand what it's like to be an artist, to serve these people. That you want to give them everything that they could desire, and you have the skill, but something is missing.
Word of advice here, Clovis. I think that might be your problem. In my experience, the best artists do not paint what people desire. They don't give a crap if people desire it. And that's what makes it worth a darn heckin' amount of money.
This is why you know so much. I just keep punching my own canvas. Clovis,
Wonderful.
I need you in the right head game, because you're the only person that I kind of feel like is simple enough to pull this off.
What are you trying to pull off?
There's a bit of there's a lot of, there's 20, 30 people within these, spread across these few rooms, and there's a few people that are watching. They've got their drink in hand, and they're like watching your process, like, it's the artist at work. Yes. And they're sort of like whispering each other, like, oh, like clearly not artists themselves, or maybe aspiring, but we are going to cut to what Edwina is doing, lurking in the library above.
So I've been so mesmerized by this glass cabinet and trying to figure out if and I definitely can't find a way to open it in any way, shape, or form, like without obviously breaking it or anything like that.
Give me an intelligence check real quick.
8. Under.
Okay. Yes, that's
under 50.
Probably an extreme. Yes.
I'm just going to say these dice are magic, and now I cursed them because I said they were magic. Okay, strong word, Bhimani.
Check mark next to that. Next to intelligence. Oh, wait, intelligence doesn't go up, does it? That one's not a regular skill.
No,
either way, we'll figure it out.
Anything except your characteristics.
Okay.
So you,
having been in a lot of rich people's houses all my life, I'm very familiar with these things.
Right. You assumed that you would need a key from the Mystic Order. You know this. This is something that only, and even so, it seemed that Laroche did not have his key, but it seemed like he was used to taking books in and out. You do know it is glass. You could break it. However, you're very smart, right? Like you're trying to get in with Josephine, and the last thing that you would need is a broken.
No, I don't want to do
someone's
anything
broken in.
I don't even want her to know that I'm in. I can't believe that I've actually brought myself in here.
Right.
This was crazy. It's such an insane thing to do, but I've been just dying to get in here so badly. I do remember that I have several hairpins in my hair. And a young fellow that I used to date, and from the wrong side of the tracks, as they like to say, did teach me a thing or two about picking locks.
You could attempt. You could attempt to pick the lock. I believe there's a locksmithing.
Unless my smarts have told me something else about how to get in there.
No, you can try. You can try locksmith. It would be the skill.
No, let's not try that. Let's go back to my intelligence.
Oh.
I just remember this. I just made an intelligence roll.
Yes, but it will unfortunately not help you in opening. You're sure that, like, if you had some skill in locksmithing, in picking locks, in breaking into things, that perhaps you might be able to open this one. But right now, the only thing available to you, if you absolutely have to get in there, would be breaking the glass.
All right, never mind. And I'm just looking at it longingly, and then I am like, okay, fine. I better get out of here because someone's going to find me in here. So I go to the doors, and I gently pull, and oops, yes, all right.
Luckily, you can unlock it from the inside.
Oh, thank God. That's smart. So I unlock it, and I peer out, and I I'd like to sneaky down the stairs again.
Do you close the door behind you?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
I mean, I can't lock it, I don't suppose. Yeah. I wish I could, but oh well. Oh, and I wipe off, and I take my scarf and I wipe off the door head.
Fingerprints. Great. Do a stealth check for me.
Sneak check again?
Sneak.
Yes. What's my sneaky
to go back down?
I can't remember what my sneaky is. Oh, it's 60. She's very stealthy for a rich girl and healed. I swear, it's a 12. I'll show you.
Fantastic. No, I believe you.
It's an extreme success. Under 60.
Wonderful.
12 under 60.
You are able to slip right by Kofier, who is, tending to some jackets, making sure everything's tidy right as you head back down.
He might be a little rattled after his experience with my friend, from what
Absolutely. He's very much like checking himself, like, he was a little thrown off. He looks back at the grandfather clock and, like, kind of hypes himself up.
Do I see either of my compatriots or anyone I know, Josephine or anyone, as I come down the stairs and sort of kind of gently reinsert myself into the gathering?
You see both Clovis and Vivian. Those are the names in the
so
lounge.
I've gone to the lounge. So okay.
Yes,
okay.
That would be your first. That would be your first right.
Yeah, be
as
the
you come
first
down
right.
the stairs.
Yeah. Perfect.
You could go further if you would like, and in there as well are Maximilien, who is a writer, and Dominique, a musician. You recognize both of their faces. I'm not sure how much. Dominique is a little arrogant.
She looks a little grumpy, doesn't she?
Yes, she perpetually does look that way. And then, of course, a few others sort of mingling about, but you're not sure their names, sipping wine, trying to...
And I see my compatriots, and do I... good God. Clovis, what have you done to yourself?
I am so sorry I've caused a scene. It is not my intention, but... Well, Bathsheba insisted I create work, and I feel I have failed.
Did she now?
Clovis, you start to feel like a headache coming on. Like, really, ever since you started painting, you just... Yeah, not feeling so great. Just your head. Just a little sharp pain.
I want to tell Adwina, something, it pains me. Do you sense something strange about this place? Do you have a pain, too, in your head?
I look at her and I hear this and I put, like, immediately I think of the ritual, the blood in paints thing that I read in the book. And I look at him and I immediately regret not taking the book with me. I'm assuming it was too big to carry, but it's not like it's a paperback.
Why are your eyes wide? It seems there's something you wish to tell me. How do I become a better painter, Edwina?
I just grab him by the shoulders and I say, you have to listen to me. I want to know very specifically what Bathsheba said to you that made you want to paint.
I can't even remember now. I don't know. I spoke to her. I told her what I paint is real life. And she said paint things as real... Oh... She told me to paint the moment life comes into being. I interpreted that to mean a baby coming from the womb of a woman, which, look at what I've tried to paint. A gesture, and it just like splashes of red.
And I'm thinking
on this
it's
canvas.
just like the evocations of the self, the God in oneself.
And on this self-reflection...
Y'all talking crazy. That's just...
We've had...
That's just the labia.
on these talks of self-reflection and labias and birth and wombs, we're gonna take a break, and we'll be right back with wherever this party goes.
Yay! Don't go.
Welcome back to this strange party in France that we are at in 1892 that Becca has so kindly allowed me to run. I just want to remind everyone that you too could get some dope Call of Cthulhu stuff. Like this freaking set is so cool. It's the Malleus Monstrorum. I just got this and I was immediately looking through it because I love like books that have just like pictures of monsters and horrifying things that can kill all your players. But you guys can get your own at chaosium.com with the code Calyx 2021 for 10% off. Not only that, but my favorite part, there's amazing art in there, is this set of keeper cards. So like if I was looking for like a random, monster that I want to torment everyone with, I would just be like, oh my god, let me just pull out whatever the hell this is, a devil creeper. And their art is, and all the stats are on the back. Well, you can't see them, but the stats are all on the back. So it's like, it's beautiful. Like, look at these monsters. So much access. That's just a dude in a robe, but I'm sure he's scary. He's a cult enforcer. They're terrifying. I'm a larvae of the great old one. So this is it. Anyway, I really like these. This got me excited to be a keeper, even though, I won't be pulling any of these great old ones on you guys tonight. Maybe. We'll see. Shall we get back to tormenting my players however I see fit?
Do not offer me too good of a time, if you know what I mean. Perfect French accent?
I didn't even understand that.
It was...
she was saying don't threaten. She was saying don't threaten
me with a good time.
So
like super French.
Would like to propose
yes,
that there's some
super French.
Très
authentique.
During the break, I Googled it. Louis Vuitton and Coco Chanel were alive in the 1890s.
Were they?
Yep.
So
I knew I was not crazy.
I thought Chanel was later.
She was young. I don't know if she was designing yet. She was around though, and so was Louis Vuitton. He was around too. Now the Prada, I think I might have fucked the money bet on that one.
Well, wonderful. I'm glad we established the truth behind that. Yeah, fact checking. It's very good to fact check my Call of Cthulhu games. And we come back. We are at the residence of Joséphine Paladin, who is the founder of the Salon de Rose-Croix and also the Mystic Order of the Rose-Croix. They go hand in hand. And we're at the salon closing party. And we join Clovis, Edwina, and Viviane in the lounge after Clovis just attempted to paint the beginning of life, the birthing of a child from womb, but failed. It was not quite. It was realistic, I suppose. So it's like, oh, okay, cool, but it's kind of like unsatisfied. Like, why'd you paint that?
I do not know.
And you're not alone in this room. Like, I'll just remind you, you've got Dominique is in this room and Maximilien is in this room in the lounge with you.
I would like to approach Dominique.
Okay. Dominique is she's the one. She's wearing the expensive dress, average, short, but she's probably like my height. 'Cause she's short. 5'2", and very conservative, and just sort of like looks at you from the book that she's reading. Oui.
Who comes to a party and read a book?
I do. I'm only here to make appearances. And she pulls out a cigarette and lights it.
Perhaps I could take you out onto the balcony of the street to share a cigarette with you?
And who are you?
Clovis Herbert at your service. That's really good pronunciation, right?
That's perfect. I have never heard of you.
You will soon. I am a painter. My work, it will inspire you. Well, you can see one piece on the floor. It is not my best. But
She looks over and is like,
Yeah.
are you
Why?
a connoisseur of the art or an artist yourself?
give me an intelligence roll before I let you walk yourself into this part.
Back of the player knows she's probably a dancer of some kind, but we'll see if Clovis knows. Oh, Clove. He thinks.
Oh, hard success. Yeah. She's a very famous musician. And she has been doing pieces with Justine, who is a choreographer and dancer, in conjunction. But she is very well recognized as a musician, and she is also a member of the Mystic Order.
I only kid with you, of course. I know who you are, but perhaps I think that you are sick of people smothering you with praise, and perhaps you would like to be anonymous.
I am sick of it. I'm sick of this. I'm done with this conversation.
She just sort of sits back and just keeps smoking.
I want to try and charm
blows
her.
Smoke in your direction. You can try. Yeah.
An 8 on a 15. Took a second to load.
Okay.
She's like, there's something about you. I do not like you, but it makes me curious. How do you get in here? How do you even come to be around all of these people?
I have a way. It has never been easy for me, Clovis Herbert. And yes, somehow I struggle, and I make an impression, and I will continue to struggle and to make an impression all my life.
I know what this is like. Let us smoke.
She
Let us smoke.
takes your lead if you're leading her outside.
Yeah, right onto the rue, the old rue.
Okay. Yeah, just right
Just
just out front. Yeah.
Just a bond.
So she accompanies you.
It's so stuffy in there anyway.
And as you do that, Vivienne and Edwina, what are you two doing? As you see that Clovis is just left to do more schmoozing and with every woman systematically in this building.
I'm gonna lean over to Edwina and say, that Clovis feller is really just some type of work of something. What the heck did he just draw? What is that even?
I don't know, but...
And then this whole thing about the headache, and do you see the way he was undressing Bathsheba with his eyes, and then now he's chasing after Don. I was gonna try to get in a war with Dominique.
I know. Listen, I know. I've followed the fellow. I know the fellow from plenty of these gatherings, and he's not one of my favorite people. But I have to say, this is particularly different, even for him. I mean, he is slimy usually, but this painting, what's happening with him? I don't know how to say it, but this is not him. It's not just him. And just remember how that other gentleman, whose name I apparently can't remember, even though I see him all the time, Antonin. Remember how Antonin came into the bar, coughing and spitting and saying that he'd been working so much? There's just something not right about it. I mean, I've spent time with plenty of artists. I've spent time with plenty of artists who've overworked. I'm so sorry. I've spent time with plenty of artists who've been overworked. He just seems like he's become obsessed. And I'm afraid I'm getting the same feeling from our friend, who admittedly may not be as genuine an artist as Antonin. I just worry. And I found something too.
you found something. I hope it's Josephine, because I know you're in with her, and I was hoping to have a word with her myself.
No, unfortunately, she hasn't come. But listen, if I can introduce you, I absolutely will. Because, again, I'm quite fascinated by you and your American directness.
Thank you.
But,
don't you find it odd she's not here? Isn't she the host of this whole shindig?
A quiet, diminutive, sort of young woman. She's very pretty, but she's just sort of like to herself. But she's just been sort of behind you in the lounge, and sort of pipes up like, "Oh, are you looking for Josephine? Bless you."
Excuse me. It's very
I couldn't help
smoke inside, and it's just ruining my asthma.
Yes, it's something to get used to, of course. I couldn't help but overhear. Were you wondering where Josephine was?
Yes, I heard that she was still working, but it's been quite some time.
Yes. Amy, by the way, nice to meet you.
Thank you, Amy.
I've seen you always at these gatherings, both of you. I admire you both. And Josephine mentioned that she was staying behind at the gallery this evening. Something about she just wanted to make sure that the salon was going to be a success, is what she told me. So,
wait a moment. She said that she was staying behind at the gallery to make sure that the salon, which is not at the gallery, was a success.
Yes, it is a little strange now that you say that. She has done rites before. She's there with some others in the Mystic Order. And Edwina, you know that who you're speaking to, Amy, all of a sudden it clicks like, yes, she is a new addition to the Mystic Order as well. She is a very young, very talented poet.
Amy?
Yeah.
I understand that I am to congratulate you on your recently joining the Mystic Order. I have to admit that it's something that I aspire to deeply in my own world.
It's nice to see some people from back home making it up into the order around here. Gotta say thank you for representing us so admirably.
Oh, of course, yeah. I am very lucky to be able to come over here.
Can I roll for? I basically want to roll to find out if we need to get the fuck out of here, because she just tipped me off that they are doing some rites somewhere else.
Yeah,
to make sure this is a success.
That'll just do occult or intelligence, whichever you prefer.
Pretty sure it's occult is better, but let me take a look. Where's roll 20 on this tiny screen of mine, you guys? I can't find anything.
It just so happens I have a Etsy in French.
So what was it, occult or intelligence?
Occult or intelligence, yes.
They're both 50, so it sort of secretly doesn't matter. 45. Shit. Now you pick not to be perfect successes?
And what is
45, 45 under 50. 45.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, still a success. Though you have not been able to be present for any of the rites, it's pretty common for Josephine to do these, and you recognize that she's mentioned them to you before as just like, it's just sort of reading tea leaves, it's not necessarily
it's not weird that they're not doing them here somewhere.
No, she usually does them only with the Mystic Order, only those that are within.
Figured they would have some special hidden place on site, but I guess that makes sense. Right. All right.
You presume probably because there's so many people here right now, it wouldn't be, it's something that is still more secretive in there.
No. Well, there are parts of this house that are apparently off limits to us. So I hear.
Yes, I wouldn't suggest, exploring too much, because they they do take that very seriously. If you mess with any of the books or I mean, we're not even allowed to take the books out of there. It's we all can only look at them in the library. So we do.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, imagine the value of the things. Imagine the value of the knowledge.
Of course, yes, of course.
Only someone up to no good would take one out.
Agreed. You're right. There's no need. It is a wonderful collection, though. I hope that someday you will join us in the order, yeah.
Oh, I do hope so too, Amy. That's one of the reasons I'm waiting so eagerly for Josephine to come. I was hoping perhaps tonight would be the night that she would admit me to the order.
Oh, well, I'm sure she will make her way here. I doubt she would make an appearance at her own party. It's only, she looks out at the clock, and you all, well, both of you give me a spot hidden check.
There we go. That is...
Hey! I got it. 8. Which is good, because I've spent a lot of luck on these spot hidden rolls.
Nice.
Yeah.
Put
Nice.
a check
I got
mark
a
next to
31 under 45, but your 8 is going to solve this problem way better.
Okay, great. So she's kind of aloof, sort of looks over. She's like, it's already 9. And as you are looking at there, you notice that there's a maid looking at the grandfather clock, doing the exact same thing. She's got a watch out and is looking at the clock, looking at her watch. Looks around real quick, puts it up, and walks away. This is in the hallway, so it was just like glancing out through the doorway.
What was that about?
As the maid is in the hallway, perhaps I've finished my cigarette, and as I come in and see her, I want to quickly rush over and look at my own watch, splattered in paint, and say, I forgot. What time is the thing? The important moment?
Sorry, Giselle, I'm not sure what you're speaking of. Very sorry. I just,
Madame, please, we are all here for the same reason, and I wish to know the time. I want to check my watch.
My watch, it runs a little fast, so I just needed to check that it was on time. I like to reset it every now and then.
I'm trying to trick her into spill in the beans on why everyone keeps looking at this clock. Can I perhaps roll for fast talk?
You can roll for fast talk.
I don't know if the maid knows anything, but why is everybody looking?
Do you want to do a psychology check to sort of read her? See if she's telling the truth?
I do, but I already hit the button and I got a hard success on fast talk.
Okay, she's like, I'm not sure what you're speaking of. Have you spoken to... Do you know Monsieur Lavagne?
Lavagne? Yes, of course. Who doesn't?
Perhaps he would know more. I'm not sure what it is you are referring to. Apologies, I must go back to my work. Sorry.
Okay. Of course, pardon my interruption. So I assume that she doesn't know anything in particular. She was the wrong person to ask.
Do a psychology check for me. If you are trying to assume things about her.
Got it.
Yeah. She was definitely hiding something.
Yeah.
It's just that you don't think that she was definitely hiding something and nervous about it, but she wasn't sure, like, she could tell that you talking about an event was not it. There's no, like, the way that you were speaking about it as if there's this thing we all need to show up to was very much like a red flag to her.
Ah, thank you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I want to re-enter the lounge.
Okay,
and walk up to our friends here.
Yes, you see our friends in here. They're speaking to Amy Prideaux, who you know is a prominent poet. She's young. She's very impressive with her art.
Would she have posed for me, perhaps?
No, definitely not. She's a lot shyer than everyone else in these circles. And Maximilien Lavagne is also in here.
I'm going to go set my pocket watch to the grandfather clock.
Oh, okay, okay. All right, you do that. No problem. You don't need to roll for it.
I just mosey on up and just look at the time.
Is your watch run fast or slow or anything?
No.
It's pretty close to on time then. Maybe like, half a minute off or something.
Why is everyone else's watches running off? Hey, Edwina, do the watches in France suck?
That's the logic.
No, but
I've seen two different people set their watches by that clock. And when I was looking at it, the butler got all kinds of up in my grill.
Oh, well, that's weird. Yeah, Amy's still like
oh.
Yeah.
I like Amy. She could stay. Amy, what time do you have?
Oh. She sort of like pulls out a watch. It's a watch that goes on your wrist, but she's not wearing it. It's like in her pocket. She's like, it's still what 9:05. Yeah, 9:05. Why?
Is that what I have as well? Do I also have 9:05?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It just seems like a strange coincidence. I was thinking of buying a watch while I was in town.
Oh.
But when I see, all these French people rewinding their watches, it makes me wonder if maybe you should buy an Italian piece,
Oh.
Is there any equivalent role to read her intent? Like, does she seem like a good person?
Psychology would be.
I would like to see if Amy seems like a good person. Like, if she seems like she's a helpful entity, shall we say?
Sure.
Or if she is sneaky boo like the rest of these fools. Oh, it's a 4.
Write that down as a check mark. Yeah.
You guys, I wish I had a dice cam.
She appears to be on the level. Like, she is just as like, what is happening as you guys are when you're pointing things out. She's like, that is odd. Yeah. She seems extremely aloof. Like, but she is very sweet. Yeah. Like, you don't think that she's lying to you at all. Like, she's told you what she knows.
So when Viv says this to me, I say, well, perhaps they weren't looking at the time. I mean, a pocket watch does hold space for photos, little tiny key, the top.
Oh.
Maybe they were looking at something else.
Interesting. Who?
Well, one of the maids, and earlier it was
Maximilian.
Justine.
Max. The writer. I've never gotten along with him real well. He's always kind of abrasive, but I'm sure you know that, Amy.
Yeah, Amy sort of looks over his shoulder because he's like in the same room. She's like, I don't know about that. He's always been, well, he's a writer. Just like me, and he's seems fine to me. I'm not sure. I'm sure he was just setting his clock. I don't know. But I mean, everyone gets along in the order.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. Oh, I'm a little worried about LaRoche and Pinot. I heard that LaRoche didn't finish his sculpture. I hope they're going to be okay. They make such magnificent art together.
Have we seen LaRoche in a while? Pardon me.
Yes. This whole time, he and Bathsheba have been making rounds, just small talk to different people. And they appeared to not be in the lounge anymore. That's where they had started chatting at the beginning of the night, and you assume they're probably in the library talking with folks. But Amy does.
Sorry.
No, Amy does. I did speak to. Did you meet his new wife? She's so lovely.
She certainly is almost too lovely. And I promise that's not feminine jealousy. Viv and Clovis. I'm so sorry because I'm having a hard time remembering. But did Antonin say that he and LaRoche were out of sorts in any way when he didn't finish the sculpture?
I don't believe they had any problem at all. They seemed rather well acquainted and not at all angry.
Oh, thank goodness. I was worried.
If it were me, I would be furious. I would paint the walls with red with my anger if someone collaborated and then did not finish.
Oh.
But he did start it, though. The Minotaur. He started it.
Oh, did he? I don't know. I don't know how quickly he works.
LaRoche or Antonin?
If
No,
you'll pardon
LaRoche.
me, I
I'm
have
just
been
curious
meaning to speak with Maximilian ever since I arrived.
Oh.
So I was just thinking I was going to go over there and see if I might be able to learn something from him, but...
Would you both join me,
out.
perhaps? And
I'd like to
around.
Sure.
I'll join you in a moment. I just have one more question for Amy here.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Oh, well, Amy, I couldn't help but notice something awkward between our musician friend and our ballerina. You can't tell me you didn't notice.
Well, they make such beautiful art together. Is there really something?
Amy really doesn't know what's going on, and I've really realized that.
Yeah. Sweet Amy. She's pretty.
Well, I mean, come on, we've all heard rumblings. I talked to her myself, and I mean, the way Dominique sits there glowering at everybody. You mean to tell me she's easy to work with?
I just thought that was just her face.
Oh, that's... you're probably right. You know what, Amy? Why don't you just have a wonderful rest of your evening?
Oh, thank you. I have been meaning, and you see she's got her book in her hand. She's like ready to write. I've been meaning to get back to it. Have a really wonderful, wonderful evening. She just like even starts writing as she turns around and goes back to sit down and is like glued to her notebook.
That girl has no
clue.
Max.
Sorry, go. All three, go. All three, bam.
I just want to make an observation to my friends that it is very strange how everyone loves to read silently alone at a party.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, and I have to say, this third time, it's making me wonder. I wanted to see what she was reading, but it looks like she was writing.
She was writing. Yes, she was writing in her little notebook that she pulls out.
Right. That's what salons were, in a meta sense. They just all made their art together. Got it.
Yeah, they just all got together and did their own thing. How they parallel played, as it were.
There are people that are definitely mingling in time, but the artists themselves do go back and forth and sort of time and show each other like what they're working on sometimes. And
gotcha.
Anj, does that mean? Is this like the swinging door thing?
You just happen to talk to them.
Oh no, parallel play is a pedagogy thing. When kids are playing in the sandbox on their own thing, but they're still bonding because they're playing.
Yeah, I knew that. My mind, it's fine.
So you're both Edwina
I
and
have no sense of innuendo right now.
So Edwina and Clovis are both making their way to Maximilian.
Yeah, is Vivha with us?
Yeah, I've joined you after talking to Amy for a bit.
Maximilian, it's a pleasure. I've been wanting to speak with you. You are a very well-known writer.
The two of you, probably as you're walking over, since you went over first, you probably would have noticed when you looked over to Maximilian, he was looking at all of you talking together, like. And when you turned towards him, like.
I want to kiss his cheeks and then kiss him again, maybe like 3 times.
You don't
Pardon
need
me.
to do
Perhaps
that.
I do not
All
know the
right,
proper greeting.
It's all right. You don't need to do that with me, ma'am.
Please call me sir.
Yeah, sorry.
It's
I
fine,
just
common
looked up.
mistake.
I was,
My beard and twirly mustache often get overlooked.
Right. Apologies. How
I was
are you
wondering, perhaps you could tell me why everyone is checking the clocks, and perhaps why I have such pain in my head when I follow the instructions of Bathsheba to paint.
And as soon as he's that direct, I just start to like look away and kind of like wander away, like we are not like we do, like we were 2 separate people coming over to Maximilian at the same time.
Yeah.
But we were not together.
Yeah.
We were totally not together. Like all of a sudden, I'm like, yeah, nope, not together. We are not together.
Clovis and any character Becca ever plays is not subtle.
Not with
Okay,
Becca.
yeah, he's like, when you mention the clock, he kind of has like actually, give me a psychology.
Ooh, with joy.
And Edwina, I mean, are you turning away for a moment when this happens? When she's talking like
Not
this?
like I'm literally like I think she went in and she went in super direct and I was like, oh no, I'm not going.
Okay.
Like
are you
the hair?
It was like yeah, exactly. Like I was actually going to talk to the person, whoever is sitting next to me.
Okay.
And yeah, like that was like bartender, or, like anything else.
Okay, so I see you got a success.
I did.
So you
31
clock
on 50.
You clock when you mention the clock. That Maximilian is like, shifty-eyed for a moment, looks to the clock, looks back at you, and then when you start talking about painting in Bathsheba, he's like, I don't know what you're referring to. He seems like actually to not know what you're talking about in your suggestion of that. He's like, she seems fine to me. I haven't had a chance to speak with her yet.
Interesting. So she is not the reason that you have joined the salon. Perhaps you will share with me your reasons for joining.
The salon? I mean, same as everyone else, right? We all want to be part of the Mystic Order.
The Muse.
Yeah, I just want to, I deserve recognition. And then you have, like, Amy over here. She's barely been around. 2 seconds. She's already in the order. I mean, I've heard that she's up to no good.
Amy, you do not trust her? Her intentions are not pure?
Not at all. I mean, I don't know. Her material's not original. She's looked at my notes before, and then, oh, surprise, surprise, the next week comes out with a masterpiece. I'm like, all right, Amy, sure.
But you, of course, as a member of the Order, have your own masterpiece, yes?
Oh, I'm not a member of the Order. I wish I was.
How did you secure your invitation?
Oh, I've attended the salons. There's only... And he, like, rattles off, like, he knows who the members of the Order are. I mean, you've got Dominique, Josephine, of course. You've got Pierre, LaRoche, and Amy. I mean, I haven't seen anyone else here from the Order. I haven't even seen Josephine.
Yes, perhaps she was held back, I heard, at the gallery.
Oh? Oh, I wonder what she's doing.
While that conversation has been going on and after I peeled off, I'm actually going to step out of the lounge and look around for La Roche and Bathsheba.
Okay, so you're going to head to the library. And then, Vivienne, what are you doing? Are you engaging with this?
There's a whole lot of chicanery going on here. I saw the Edwina maneuver split off. I pretended like I was just doing a fart walk. Like sorry, just passing by and passing gas, and
just in those crops.
So you do not stop to engage in the... Okay. So where do you make your way to?
I'm gonna talk to Dominique.
Okay, who is in this room as well? Okay.
I've got 2 agendas here. Well, really just one, but yeah.
Okay. So let's get to the library first, where Edwina is.
Is the grandfather clock on my way to the library?
Yes, because you exit the lounge and it's right there in the hallway from the lounge, and then you go down the hallway to the library. So it would be as soon as you walk out of the lounge.
And can I just take a roll something to spot listen anything? I've got these. I'm not cradling anything. I've got my dice in my hand.
You want to? What is it that you want to check on the clock?
I just want to see if there's anything that I noticed that is strange on this thing. I don't want to go search the back and all of that, but anything unusual about this grandfather's built grandfather clock.
Give me either an appraise or a spot hidden.
I have a feeling my appraise is much higher. Let's see. Oh no, that's not even close. All right, we're going for spot hidden. 6 under 45.
Nice. Okay. You do a thorough look over. Perhaps you've seen these kinds of models before, and it seems exactly as it should be. There is nothing that stands out to you, and you feel confident in that.
And what would happen if I tried to there's I don't see any kind of this is some secret door wall something.
No.
Okay,
it seems like your standard
just like a freaking clock.
Yeah.
Right. All right, and then I just hustle into the library to try to find.
Okay.
Yeah.
And okay, so Vivienne, you head over to Dominique.
Mm-hmm.
Who is sitting there she's still smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Oui.
Just wanted to meet your acquaintance and inquire as to how your upcoming production was coming along. I have a bit of a vested interest.
You are Miss Vivienne. Bonjour. It's I'll be honest. It's shit. I hate Justine. I despise her. I do not need a choreographer. My work stands alone. And you know what? I would appreciate it because you have money here. If you tell Josephine, I don't want a thing to do with her. I don't know why I don't get to perform on my own.
You know what? I believe you're right. Aren't you a member of the order?
Exactement.
Oui. And is this dancer a member of the order? This choreographer?
No.
So, what's the point of being a member of the order if you don't even have any type of seniority?
This is how I'm feeling. Now you know why I'm smoking so many cigarettes. I have to show my work next to hers.
Well, I completely understand your frustration. From my understanding, you've tried very hard to distinguish yourself from the rest of these people. I broadly gestured towards where Clovis and the bitter writer are standing, because Max is a reject too.
Oui.
I'm gesturing towards my labia painting, trying to describe my intentions.
There's something interesting about that Clovis, though. I don't know. I hate and I despise and I like something at the same time. It's very odd.
He will try to corner you and ask you to remove your clothing so that
it already happened. I don't remove the clothes, but already happened. Yes.
Yeah. But you've worked very hard to rise above the less desirable paints and the palette, we could say.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to showcase your work along. As an investor in this enterprise, some of the things I've been seeing have just been making me a bit, nervous. Even LaRoche not coming through with that sculpture.
Oh, yes. What a letdown. And she's kind of pressing some keys at the same time, on the piano that she's next to, sort of doing a little melody. I don't know. It's a tragedy. And what do you think of this? Sort of a little tune. I think it's something. And suddenly you hear a very loud Everyone hears it. In the library, in the lounge, you hear a loud crash coming from the hallway around the corner.
Mm-mm.
What do you
I
do?
run out this door to see.
Yeah.
I draw
I go
my
there as well.
pistol.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
And I put one hand in front of Dominique and I say, don't worry.
And you see the
I'll look
butlers,
into it.
the butler and the maids sort of like hurry over, they like move over, and the guests, like everyone's sort of like, oh, what's going on? And everyone kind of makes their way to the hallway to follow the sound. Is this what you guys are doing as well?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and so you make your way around the corner. It's kind of crowded. It's a thin corridor. And you look over and you see the maid from earlier that was fixing her watch, setting her watch. And there, just the tray that she was carrying, there's glass everywhere. It's gone. She's like, oh, désolé, désolé, désolé. Oh, désolé. And like she cut her hand. There's some blood. And the maids are coming in. They're like, and Koffier sort of looks and sees your gun. He's like,
I thought we were under attack. My apologies.
Oh, thank you. Good to know that you are prepared. But I'm sure that we can take care of this. It's just a simple accident, mesdames, monsieur.
I'm immediately looking around to see if I see any of the members of the order. Do I see any of the members of the order that are present at this party? Are they all here?
Yes. Dominique, well, except for Josephine. Dominique, LaRoche, Amy, they're all around. Bathsheba is also like...
Okay. They're all just right here. They didn't go away somewhere shady. Okay.
What's going on? Oh. And that was Amy, by the way. Yeah, no, and sort of it kind of disperses like... Oh, that's a shame, all that glassware. So nice. Well, I guess...
Can I rush forward and grab the maid's hand?
Yeah.
Sensual, passionate, polite, and be like, oh no, you've cut yourself. What a tragedy. Allow me to help you. Pull out my handkerchief and attempt to tie it up for her.
She seems like very self-conscious that you're doing this, and sort of like looks at Koffier, who's like disapproving as well. And you know that like the maid probably has very strict rules of like not interacting with the guests. And she's kind of like merci madame, you do not need to do that, please. I can take care of it.
I'm just concerned you're bleeding.
It's nothing to worry about, madam.
Here, let me help you. All this glass is dangerous. I'm going to start taking the shards and putting it on the tray.
Well, I must insist that we allow that you are a guest here. You should not be.
Well, I think you might be have your maids be a bit underhand, like staffed. There's so many glasses on one tray. Of course, she was bound to fall.
Merci, madame. It's very kind of you.
Were you in a hurry?
No, I must have just, my hand slipped and it was clumsy of me. I hope that Josephine is not too upset.
How could she be with a maid so lovely? Perhaps you will tell us what it was that caused you to drop this tray?
Oh, I don't know. She looks around. I must have tripped on something. I don't see.
Can I search the floor?
Clumsy, yes. And Edwina, are you hanging around?
I would like to. I don't know. Check intent. Is she being shady?
Psychology roll.
I got a 30 on 50 of spot hidden, so that's a success.
Yeah, you don't see anything to trip her up. That's pretty immaculate place.
I assume
but,
that.
I mean, she could be clumsy. You don't know.
It's an excuse. Yeah.
I mean, people.
I got a 20. I got a 21 on 30.
Okay.
Success. Success is not massive.
She's perturbed. She's hiding something. Yes.
I'm gonna try to get her trust a little bit.
So that was a distraction. So I'm definitely heading back to where were most of the people before this happened? Which room were they in?
Pretty.
Was it split evenly between the library and the salon?
Pretty even split. So you had Justine, Antonin, Bathsheba, and LaRoche in the library. You have Dominique, Maximilien, and yourselves and Amy that were in the lounge. But then they've come back out, and now people are redispersing back to those rooms.
Gotcha. Then I'd like to go to the library. I'm not going to stick around for this. I trust that Viv has got a handle on this.
Okay.
During the commotion, can I slide into the kitchen?
You can, but this commotion has happened right next to the kitchen.
Then I would like to slide up the stairs.
You'd like to go back towards the stairs?
Or wasn't there a third area? Oh, the servants' quarters.
Yeah, so you are right next to the kitchen and servants' quarters. Like this is really because she was heading back to the kitchen, right? And in the hallway, everything fell. So if you went to the kitchen or servants' quarters right now, you would be in view of them.
Gotcha. I'm not sneaky, so not a great choice.
You can still try. And then back behind you is the library, and then around the corner is the lounge, and then further is the entrance. It's around a corner, so the entrance and the lounge, all that is out of view, as well as the stairs.
All right, well...
But at this point, like, they are cleaning up. It didn't take that long, and the butler's not going to stay here. And he does start sort of like, okay, well, you all take care of this, get this cleaned up, speaking to the maids, and does head back towards the front.
As he's walking away, I'm still kind of like making this play of like, oh, you're hurt. Let me help you with this. And like pick up the tray. Where does this go? Please, please. There's glass. Ladies, can you please sweep this up before someone cuts themselves? I just could not have it on my conscience if someone else hurt themselves. Please, please. We need to get you a proper bandage. I'll take this tray. And it has like a couple pieces of broken glass. Please instruct me as to where this should go. Please. And I'll just motion to her.
Please you can put it on the tray and the maids will take it inside.
Are you sure your hand is hurt? I guess I'm not allowed to go in. I'll just walk it to the door for you, and then you could just take it inside, right?
Okay. Merci. Yes, that's lovely of you.
And she walks to the door and then sort of like awkwardly, like, merci.
I just want to get a look when she opens it.
Oh, into the kitchen?
Yeah. I'm just trying to like scope out what I can. Like
do a little spot hidden check as the door opens.
Yeah, because as she like goes in, I'm gonna be like, do be careful, and if anyone else is in there, and be like, she hurt herself. That's unhygienic. Just make sure she gets a good bandage on that and some iodine. Just try to get a good look while I'm making all this like show.
Oh, of course, yes.
I got a 44 out of 45.
Fantastic.
It's a kitchen, man. People are just like moving stuff. It does not seem like a ruse for something else.
Very weird.
It just looks like
allow people. Like I marked this in my brain, like so they don't really want people going in there. But this
it's where all the the maids and the servants and the cooks like preparing the food, and it's very much a mess compared to the rest of it. They don't want guests going into it. You don't think it's like. That doesn't seem bizarre for the time, right? They don't want their guests going into the servants' areas.
Quick clarification of just what a salon was. Does Josephine live somewhere on this premises?
Yes, like this is Josephine's apartment.
Got it.
Yes.
Which
is also why the butler cares about not messing with her stuff, especially while she's not here,
Yeah, if Courtier went towards the entrance, is he in clear view of the stairs that lead to the bedroom?
To the bedroom?
Wherever she sleeps.
The upstairs?
Yeah.
The upstairs quarter? The stairs upstairs? Yes, he is at the entrance. He's in fact talking to someone at the door and like nodding like, oh, okay. And looks around, seemingly looking for someone. So he's pretty aware at this time because he sees you.
I just start whistling and looking at the art in the hallway.
Monsieur Herbert,
You have not seen Miss Alexander by chance? Edwina?
Of course, I have seen her. She is a stunning woman. It's impossible to miss her. Did
Yes.
you want me to pass along your regards?
Oh no, I have a message for her. Do you know? Is she in the? Do you know where she may have gone?
Perhaps the powder room. To powder her nose, as the ladies do. I would not fret. She will probably pass through very soon.
I see. It seems Miss Paladin seeks her company. Let me go find her. And he goes and he checks. He looks in the lounge, goes down the hall.
I'm gonna take this moment to rush up the stairs.
Library.
Okay. You rush up the stairs. And he heads down the hall to the library next and sees you in there. What were you doing while you were in there? I won't cut you off on that.
Well, I wanted to see what LaRoche and Bathsheba were doing.
They are currently chatting with Justine. And they're talking to her, and you see Bathsheba like pretty close, and LaRoche is kind of just like not actually paying that much attention to the conversation, kind of like daydreaming and like looking at the library and what's down here. But Bathsheba is speaking with Justine.
And does it seem? Can I tell it by the tone of their conversation or anything like that? It's just like friendly banter, friendly, just kind of like ladies chilling.
Justine is definitely engaged in the conversation. They're definitely like, paying attention, but it seems friendly. Yes. Do you want to try and overhear?
And what? Just real quick, you said LaRoche is not kind of paying attention. Is he look very like calm?
Yes. He's just like zoned out.
Chill.
He's excited that people, are talking to his wife, his new wife. Is just kind of like,
gotcha.
Like doing polite nods in the conversation, but not otherwise.
Yeah, I'd like to overhear, because if I'm trying to listen, I can certainly play it off. It's not like I'm eavesdropping.
Yeah.
It's a party, for Christ's sake.
Let's do a listen roll. And you're in the same room. It's not,
Yeah, exactly. It's not like a thing. That's a 1. That was an unnecessarily excellent roll, unfortunately.
Oh, that's a crit success.
That's amazing.
I know.
Yes.
I hear their thoughts.
Yeah.
And I hear Bathsheba's thoughts.
You hear her neurons firing.
You hear her. That is.
I hear the rest of the story.
You like zone in, and you hear even as Bathsheba is whispering to Justine, like she's close again, and you don't need words to tell a story. Some stories, some concepts can't be expressed by words. And Justine is like, you see her sort of. Wait. Wait, t'as raison. She like grabs Bathsheba's hands like, I understand. Yeah, I understand. Oh, I understand. I'm English. I understand.
Does Justine stay there, or does she walk off?
She doesn't walk off, but she's like already like, yes, I've got ideas. I know exactly what you're speaking about. Oh my goodness. Wow. You're amazing.
I'm going to saunter up and say, my goodness, Bathsheba, I've seen you speaking with so many artists around here. You really have the muse's touch, don't you?
You see.
They all walk away so inspired by you.
Oh, you are too kind. And you notice that Kofi shows up right behind her and is like, so sorry to interrupt, Miss Alexander. Josephine has wanted me to pass along the message that
she's almost done just wrapping up, but wanted to invite you and your friends, if you'd like, to join her at the gallery for a moment.
I am my friends.
If you would prefer, Josephine said, whoever, but the invitation is for you.
Interesting.
It's just down the rue, just at the end of the block. Very short walk.
All right. Thank you. I'll be along. I mean, I can go unattended, right? He's not suggesting that I have to go with someone. Okay.
No, he's saying you can. He says you don't have to. That she asked for you.
Right. Like I was saying, you're such a muse for so many people. Can I roll what can I roll? I want to see if she is doing anything shady from that book that I flipped through. Like she's got some kind of, she put a spell on them. She's because they're hers.
You're doing
yes to her.
Yeah, do a psychology check for me.
Is this a costume party? Do they start dancing here all night?
I have it's a 19 under 50.
Okay, and then could you also do an intelligence roll for me?
Yeah, it would be the same.
They can't stop dancing.
And that's a 16 under. And that's a 16 under 50. 19 and 16.
Okay.
Because I don't like it. I've seen her do this. I've seen her do this 3 times now, and I don't like it.
Yes. Yeah. As you're here, unfortunately, like, as you're walking over, and even, like, before you started speaking to her, you kind of see what everyone is talking about with her. I mean, she does have a way with words, and she does seem to be, like, this utmost patron of the arts. And you realize her words really have a profound effect on people. You can't tell, you just assume that she's just inspiring. She is what people talk about. Yes, a muse, she's inspiring them. She's just thinking profoundly. She clearly loves the arts. And she says to you, humanity, like a house, was built up from the bottom up. The answers that you seek lie at the bottom of the world.
Right.
And you do feel like these words impact you, and like you have this. You draw, you dabble, you've drawn, you sketch, and you're like, oh, I'm finally feeling the effects of being, surrounded by artists, being in a salon, and yeah, I have an idea. I have something, like, I feel like I could work on something. It's not, all encompassing, but you're like, this, you do feel inspired yourself.
So strange. Someday you'll have to tell me your secrets. I don't know how you do it, but I've always wanted to be someone's muse. Actually, I've always wanted to be my own muse. Wouldn't that be delightful?
And I'm sure you
inspiration.
Could be.
I'm just going to step back and head back to my friends.
Okay.
Because even though I'm feeling this, I've seen this happen, and something I don't even trust my own feelings. I don't even, like, I can feel it, but I'm like, this is like wanting to date the wrong guy. I don't know what's going on, but I know this is Mayday.
So you find Vivienne in the hall, but Clovis is nowhere to be seen. Clovis, you have stepped upstairs. I assume you're going into the library?
Is there only one room upstairs, or are there multiple rooms?
There are other rooms, but those are locked. The stairs lead straight into the library, and then there is another room that leads out of it, but that one is locked.
Interesting. Okay, well, since I'm here, I know I peek into the library, and I feel as though I am intruding in a woman's private area. But I just want to quickly peek around, and I know there is not a case with a book, but is there anything else of note?
do a spot hidden check for me.
Ooh, a 20 on 50. That is a hard success.
You notice the same thing.
sorry.
The most valuable books are in that glass case for sure. And you do see that there is a book on the table as well that has been left out. The rest of them are all put away, very well kept.
What is the title on the book on the table?
It's
Evocations?
Évocation du Dieu intérieur, I believe.
I want to quickly grab it, slide it into my pocket.
Oh,
and head
I'm
down
sorry.
The stairs.
That book is not there.
It's gone.
Yes, there is no book on the table.
I inspect the dust on the table and I think perhaps there was a book sitting here. And I head downstairs to meet my friends.
Yes. And you would find them in as you head back down, because Kofi just went to speak to Edwina and came right back. Do a sneak check for me. A stealth check, please.
Yeah, I'm going to casually pretend like I'm looking at any paintings. And then when I see no one's there, to sort of dash around as if I was never upstairs. But I fail in being sneaky at all. I clearly am like, oh, it's a very nice. Is it symbolist?
What is this?
Everything is symbolist.
What is this, Clovis? Monsieur
I'm
Albert.
inspecting the artwork.
You are only here as an invitee of Monsieur Pinot. And I see that you must have mistaken. The lavatories are on the bottom floor.
Pardon me, it was my mistake. And I head in that direction.
He goes upstairs. You see him go, and you hear a clicking as he locks the doors up there.
I'm going to run
back
and
down.
find Edwina and say, I need to leave here. Perhaps you'll join me?
You go faster. I'll follow. I'll meet you outside.
Excellent.
I don't want to be connected with that shit. So I want him to go on his own, and we will catch you.
Same.
Okay.
Right. Well,
That feller's always
we
saw
that shit. We saw that shit happen. We were in the hallway.
We were in the hallway. We saw that dumpster fire. So we'll just go. You just go on your merry way. We'll be right behind you.
certainly.
Antonin walks
But he
out.
pauses to look at Bathsheba up and down one more time. Just, it's perplexing.
You're looking at Bathsheba. You guys are in the hallway.
No, we're outside.
Oh, okay.
She's not out there.
One quick peek around before leaving. Yes.
Antonin stumbles out of the library and he's got a tissue to his nose. It is clearly bleeding, and he's like, oh yeah. Excuse, and he heads towards the bathroom.
This isn't good.
My friend, you're doing worse. Can I walk you home?
No. I'm good. I just need to go to the restroom. Yeah. And he just barrels straight to the bathroom.
I'm gonna look at Viv and Edwina.
I'm gonna go after him.
We already told you to go outside, so I don't want to be so I want to talk with you, and I don't want to talk with him.
Go
anywhere
outside,
around.
smoke a cigarette. We'll see you there in 5 minutes.
All right, but please check on my friend. He is my dearest friend. He invited
we got
me to this party. And I leave, I guess.
As soon as he goes into the powder room, I just want to put my foot in the door before he gets a chance to close it.
Okay.
Oh, Antonin,
yeah.
He's starts undoing his pants and then looks over. He's like, excuse me, I need rest. I need privacy, please.
We need this room. So come on in here, Edwina, and I'm gonna get in there and close the door.
That wasn't I.
And then I'm gonna just grab Antonin by the face and just look at him.
He's bleeding. He's sweating. His eyes are bloodshot, and he is not doing great. But he's clutching his stomach, please, I just need the restroom, please.
Man, what has happened to you?
Oh, it's sick, very sick. Get out, please, get out. He starts undoing his pants and he's sitting down on the toilet. Please, I don't want anyone here.
All right.
Yeah, let's let him be, for Christ's sake.
I'll let him be, but as soon as we're in the hall, I'm gonna look at Edwina and be like, "Did you look at his face? That man looks like he's on death's door."
Listen to me. It's Bathsheba. I know it. I feel it. Give me a second. I'm going to talk to what the damn name of the butler. I'm going to talk to the butler. I'll meet you outside.
All right, I'll be waiting with Clover.
Oh, you're going outside.
Yeah.
Okay, and you are headed to speak to Cofier?
Yeah, I'm going to speak to Cofier. Has he said it? Yeah.
Well, Clovis, when you go outside, you see Josephine making her way down the street, and she's heading and she's like, bonjour, you must be Clovis. Antonine has spoken to me about you. You haven't seen Edwina. I was expecting her, and well, I've wrapped up now, but I saw some unfortunate stuff.
Wait, is this Josephine?
Yes.
The Josephine. Oh, please. I have heard so much of your everything, and he's just gonna drop to a knee and give the most impressive hand kiss.
No. This is no. It's unnecessary. Please, no, don't touch me. Look, it's fine. I've come from a difficult time. I need to come greet the guests. I'm sure we will speak in a moment. Let me at least make my way inside my home, please. And she steps inside.
As I went to the butler, was the butler closer to the door than I was? I'm assuming he was in that direction. Yes.
Yes.
So as I go, I'm about to go to talk to him, and I assume I see her.
Yes.
She's made it to
She's
the entrance.
entering.
And I rush to her and say, I was just on my way, but it seems one of your guests has fallen ill, and I just wanted to make sure he was okay. Josephine, I'm so happy to see you.
But wow, Edwina, it's wonderful to see you as always. Who is ill?
Antonin. That man looks like he's gonna keel over and kick it in the water closet right now.
No, not Antonin. Okay.
He's bleeding from his nose. And
where is he?
He's using the facilities. I don't know if you have a doctor you could call, perhaps.
She starts heading over.
I grab her hand. I grab her hand and I say, Josephine, before you go, you know how much I want to be a part of the order, and I'm only speaking this way. I'm only speaking this out of turn because I'm afraid. But I believe that there are some forces at work here that are not potentially well-intentioned. I feel that someone is targeting some of the artists in your community, in our community. And I feel that Antonin is one of them.
And you guys are in the hallway.
Bathsheba is a she-devil.
You're in the hallway, which is fairly quiet since others are in separate rooms, and you hear a splat.
Oh.
And Josephine looks around like, what? Excuse me, I would like to check on my friend. You say he's not doing well, Antonin. She heads down the hallway towards. Are you following?
Yeah.
I will too, but my hand is on my pistol.
Okay, and
it's not drawn, but when I hear splats and all this type of nonsense, I don't know what I'm gonna see.
Yeah, all of you do spot hiddens as we get close, and Josephine is like knocking, like, "Allô, Antonin, c'est moi," and sort of like checks the doorknob, and it's locked. She's like, "Antonin." It's just silent. Cofier, come here. Vite fait, allez. Ouvre la porte. Open the door for me. What are your rolls?
68 on 50. Okay. I did not pass.
28 on 45.
Okay. Clovis?
Oh, I thought I was still outside.
No, I assume you came in as Josephine walked in as well.
Great. Hard success.
Okay. So you and Edwina both, it's clear you can smell the copper in the air. It smells like blood. And Cofier comes around the corner with a key, and he's like, oui, madame, and like takes out a key, unlocks the bathroom, and the door opens, and inside is Antonin face down on the floor with a massive hole in the back of his skull and blood everywhere covering the bathroom. His skull is like caved out, is empty.
My friend, is he all right?
And Josephine like screams.
That's some biblical shit right there. What the?
And
when you say it caved out, like no brain in it?
There's nothing inside, and everyone comes running, and that is where we will stop for tonight. And continue this story next week.
But you just killed my friend.
Okay.
You know what though? What I'm realizing, Anjali, if I hadn't gotten us out of that bathroom, we would have been in there when that happened.
Right?
We would have just been covered in the stuff.
That's correct.
Oh my!
That I have about what is to come. So, yes, I didn't want to ruin. Look, I did not want to ruin this dress, so I'm very happy that we left.
Now I know why they call it firing out of both ends.
Oh my!
And scene.
Wow.
Oh my!
I'm
never
gonna get invited to one of these.
Josephine.
This is the last time. Sorry, audience.
Thank you, Josephine.
Thank you.
What a wonderful job! I can't wait
on
for
Yay.
next week.
This lovely party. Yes, we'll continue it next week, and we'll see if you can figure out what happened here.
Oh, we can. Believe me, we can.
Clovis will desperately need to find out what happened to his friend, and this will definitely be the subject of all of his paintings, except like with some boobs in the corners.
Oh God.
Just
He has a
isolated,
style, okay? He's got to keep
suspended
it for the
boobs.
fans.
Well, should we?
Yeah, let's pop around.
Let's wrap up.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. I guess I'll start, and then we should end on Becca, and then you can properly sign this off of your channel. You can find me at JCVIM on all social media platforms, including on Twitch. And on Tuesdays, you can find me at twitch.tv/thatbronzegirls channel. Wait, where are you? Are you underneath me? Yes. That Bronze Girls channel, which is her username. That would be weird if it was just me calling you that and people didn't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
On 6 p.m. on Tuesdays for a D&D show. And this weekend we're playing together as well. Jasmine, Becca, and I are playing on Stream of Blood, a Blades in the Dark game, which will be my first time playing. So that should be fun. That's
Can't
it.
get enough.
Fun thing.
Anjali?
Yes. Hello. Anjali Bhimani is my name. You can find me on the socials at Sweet Anj with 3 E's. That's SWEEETANJ. You can play a little Overwatch or a little Apex Legends to hear my voice anytime soon. And get yourselves ready, because on May 20th on Netflix, the second season of Special begins, and I will be playing a large recurring role on that show that I'm very excited to share with the world. And you all should watch it already, because it's an incredible show. So use this next few weeks to binge it, and then join us on May 20th.
Bam.
Bang.
We'll do that.
Yep. It's gonna be good.
Jasmine?
Also, Evil Eye.
Oh yeah, Evil Eye. So if you're looking for an awesome thriller, psychological thriller, you can check out Evil Eye on Amazon. It's a psychological thriller about an Indian family that is planning a somewhat unusual arranged marriage.
I watched it. It was great.
Yeah.
All right.
Bronze should be my publicist. She remembers what I've done. I can't remember what I had for breakfast. Actually, I can't remember what I had for breakfast because I don't have breakfast, so I don't have to remember what I had for breakfast.
It's a solid message.
Right. Checks out.
It's logic. Checks out.
Thank you so much for putting this game together, Becca, and thank you so much for running it, Josephine. You did a wonderful job. Hi, hello. I'm Jasmine, that bronze girl. So many people say my name so many different ways, but I like to say it's Bhullar, in English at least. Yeah, you can catch me on my channel 6 days a week. Like Josephine said, I have a D&D game Tuesday nights. Yeah, and a lot of different games this week. So the easiest way to keep up with it is you can follow me on Twitter. And I'm also super close to 25,000 followers, which for some reason is like a big
Aren't you
milestone.
already?
So
I think you're.
no, I don't
Yeah.
think I am. No,
I feel like that's a lie.
I think I'm like 1 or 2 short. I'm pretty sure. But
I mean,
you
go
know,
follow her.
Go
if
follow.
you like my content,
1 or
do
2
it.
followers? I'm checking to make sure that I actually follow you right now, because if I don't, I'm a terrible friend.
Oh yeah, go follow. Go follow. It's so close.
But yes, yeah, that's me.
All right, I'll finish this out. We'll get out of here. Thank you so much for spending time with us on the Calyx. This show is sponsored by Chaosium that publishes Call of Cthulhu. If you want to pick up some sweet stuff, we have a promo code and you should use it because it makes us look good and warm and fuzzy in my heart. I feel it every time you use the promo code. And I'm Becca Scott. You can find me here, and my YouTube channel is Good Time Society, where you can find all previous episodes of the Calyx, where these gorgeous, talented, wonderful people have been in previous episodes as well. So please go check that out if you're interested. And as the lady said, we'll be on twitch.tv/streamofblood this Saturday. I know people are all different time zones, but that's going to be at 6 Pacific? Yes, 6. So please come join. Maybe, yeah. And that's it. Take care. Have fun and have a wonderful evening. Farewell.
Bye, dudes.
Bye.
Bye.